this light is really bright. I think it must have reset. Good morning, chat.
Morning. Good day.
Is
Good
that more
day. Good
like a
day.
human being? Do I look more like a human?
So, did anyone figure out your mistake in the intro?
Did you? I don't know. There
Well,
wasn't
you
a
called both of
mistake.
us idiots, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. There's only one idiot here.
Yeah, that's true. I shouldn't have let myself in with that. Hold on a second. My dog is on a fucked up schedule this morning.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he like slept in, and now he can't find his blanket, so he's doing some rounds before he realizes that he just got to go back to your kennel, dummy. So sorry if that's going to be a little bit of a problem, but he'll figure it out soon.
Never a
Oh,
problem.
okay. So in my intro video, let me find chat. Sean Cooms. Is the show starting or what? Oh yeah, we have to do good shows for the next 2 weeks so that Zebrev wants to come back once he gets a real job.
Yes, yes. I was like, well, if you don't have a job, you should be here fucking bright and early.
And he's gonna have 2 weeks, and then he's gonna have a real job. You know what it's like when you get a job at the beginning? You can't do anything else.
Someone thinks you got the wrong mic picked.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
It doesn't sound terrible.
You're right. Thank you, Sib. My friggin' co-host is deaf, so
okay,
he didn't
maybe
understand.
it did sound terrible, because that
He
sounds
didn't
way
understand
better.
what was happening.
Way better. See? That's your IT department working hard.
Thank you for that. I do appreciate it. Okay, in my intro video. Good morning, Squabble. Let me see if I can find it. Well, it's really not a lot. So when I made the thumbnail, which is the first screen of the intro video, I lightened up Puffy and then I ended up having to cut it. And so as it goes through, he kind of gets darker till the end of the video. I was like,
Black people tan?
I mean, it's probably not that noticeable, but to me, I was like, oh, that's the same picture, different shade.
It could have been a winter pick and a summer pick. You don't know.
It's the same pick. Okay, so before we started, we have Tom Brady to talk about this morning, and we have P. Diddy, which I like to call Puff Daddy. What do you call him?
Sean Cooms.
Oh, okay. You know him like that?
Yeah, we're buddies.
What up, Sean? Mr. Combs? Seriously, what do you call him rap-wise? If you were like, I'm going to listen to...
I would call him P. Diddy always.
P. Diddy?
Because that's how I first knew of him.
Really?
Or Puff Daddy. Sorry, Puff Daddy would be his... Because it was Mace and Puff Daddy when I first found out about him. Mo money, mo problems, you know.
Yeah, I'd be noticed. Okay, yeah, I call him Puffy too. P. Diddy does kind of roll off the tongue though, so I think that... But he just goes by Diddy, right? He didn't drop the P.
Well, he probably went limp from old age.
Wait, what does the P stand for if his name is Sean? What's Puff? Oh, because he smokes weed? Does he smoke weed?
Maybe. I don't know if he ever said. There's probably a video out there describing it fucking some way.
That's interesting.
Like, where did 50 Cent get his name from?
50 Cent.
Because I remember when I first heard that, my buddy's like, oh, you got to listen to this new 50 Cent guy. I'm like, fuck 50 cents. Like, who names himself 50? It was the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. I'm like, I'm not listening to that shit. And then we were driving down, like, oh, this guy's pretty good. He goes, that's 50 Cent. I'm like, he needs a name change quick.
That happened to me. I was like, oh my God, this guy's Baby and Da Baby and Lil Baby, all these fucking baby names. And then I was listening to this one guy, I was like, I fucking like this. Like, that's Da Baby. I'm like, damn. I guess when you like have a sound like that and you're confident, you could call yourself Da Baby.
Your name should never be Little unless you're under 13.
Isn't that why they were called Lil and then they had to drop it?
Lil Wayne.
Oh, yeah, Lil Wayne. Well, he's Lil. He's like Lil.
Oh, is he? Like a little midget guy?
Yeah, he's a little guy.
So at least he's being accurate.
Okay, this says Kelvin Martin. Kelvin is... Hold on, can I share it? Let's share it.
I've heard the name Calvin Martin. Who's that?
You have. That's 50 Cent.
Oh, that's 50 Cent. Do you know he owned Vitamin Water?
Oh, wait. I made that up. That might not be his name.
That brand?
Mm-mm. Wait. Kelvin Martin was inspired by Kelvin Martin. I hate the internet right now. How come I can't read this? Okay, his name is not that. His name is Curtis James Jackson III.
Yes, Curtis is definitely, I remember that name. So who's Kevin? Is that his new name?
I made that up. Kelvin is who he was inspired by. He was a robber from the 80s known as 50 Cent? I don't know. Jackson chose a name because it conveyed the idea of change. Aw, what you wanted to represent in his music. Is that true?
Yeah, sure did.
It's what it says. It's what it says over here on the side. I'm pretty sure the Bing AI knows. It's in his wiki.
Unless he's British, they don't have a 50-cent coin. Do you guys have We have one in Canada.
Yeah, we do. Oh, wait.
We don't use it like really monetarily. It's more of like a symbolic piece, but they're out there.
I think so. Here, let me ask the internet real fast.
Any Canadians out there, don't tell anybody I'm telling you this. This is a trick, a secret. It didn't come from me. If you use a 50-cent coin in a pop machine, it registers as $2.
Is that true?
They're the exact same shape and size. So if you put a 50-cent coin in a pop, because we used to do it all the time until they cut wind of us. The whole pop machine was full of fucking 50-cent coins. But you get your pop, which was $1.50, and 50 cents back. So you're getting a free pop.
That's the thievery. You're gonna go to jail. I can't believe you admitted this with Trudeau. Your damn communism happening.
Statute of limitations has gone off.
Well, until they need it to be reversed, which I'm pretty sure that's how Puffy got those allegations, is because that New York statute of limitations thing that they lifted. So she was able to bring those charges. I think.
I have an American $1 coin. What do you guys call that? Anything?
We have a gold dollar.
No, this is silver. It's just a $1 coin.
We probably just call
we call ours a loonie because there's a loon on it, and the toonie because it's two loonies. I just know if you guys had a name for your $1 coin.
We have a cartoon called Looney Toonies.
Well, now Canada, here's how bad our economy's gone. Canada wants to get rid of the $5 bill now and make a $5 coin because our money's so worthless. We're going to have like $100 coins eventually. Right now, they're talking about making a $5 coin.
Can you help me understand why changing it to a coin makes it less valuable?
Because the prices of everything, like we got rid of the penny because you can't buy anything with a penny anymore. Like there's not even 1 cent candy anymore. So they completely eliminated the penny. The nickel will be next.
Is the penny not for buying 1 cent things? Isn't it for having increments?
Not anymore. It's gone. Completely banned. So if you buy stuff, the government will round up or round down to the nearest cent.
To the nearest 5 cents?
Yeah. So if you pay $20.02 in gas, you only give the cashier $20.
Oh, you get to round up in your favor? I would do everything 2002. Hell yeah, I'd be saving 2 cents. I would
but if you pay with debit,
but
if you pay with your debit card, they take the 2 cents.
Oh, damn.
So you have to pay with cash.
Yeah.
And they're trying to ban that.
This.
They're working at getting rid of cash altogether.
What if it's 3 cents?
3 cents, it rounds up to the government.
Okay.
Right? So you got to keep
I'll rob them of 2 cents all day. I'll be like, I'm going to break this up. I got 3 orders.
All day long. I will pump an extra $1 into my tank just to get it to 02. So it'd be like $20 and $21.02. You're not getting me today, Trudeau.
Spend 98 cents to get them for 2.
Right, exactly. If I do that 100 times, I'll get a bucket of the government.
That's true. I would try to figure out how to make a living out of that because
well, that was the old cobra. I don't know if we talked about this before or not. They tried to ban, or there were so many people getting bitten by cobras in India that the government put a bounty on the heads of cobra snakes, hoping that people would kill them all and eradicate the cobra population in India. But once the Indians, because they're smart fucks, realized that, hey, if we breed cobras...
You need to get some training in
You've never called an IT department then. But these guys figured out that if we breed cobras in our basements and just take them to the government dead, we'll get money. And that they were rolling in the bucks, just breeding cobras, and actually made the population explode because they were escaping everywhere and they're like nuts. So it made it worse.
Don't. Look there's a 2023 International Science Photo Competition. Did you know that?
What's considered science now?
Oh, good question. The Wiki Science Competition is an international photo contest for the sciences. It is organized by Wikimedia. That is the movement behind Wikipedia. Who cares? Brought to life to encourage the creation and essentially the free sharing of all sorts of imagery about the sciences. I feel like a flat Earth picture would win this. Anybody have one? Happens.
Didn't the founder of Wikipedia just come out publicly and say Wikipedia is all bullshit?
Really?
I think so.
No way.
Way Garth.
Okay, what? First of all, this is just we've been streaming for 10 minutes and we haven't got to it. Do you want to talk about Puff Daddy first since it's shorter?
Sure.
How do I ask the internet this? Is wiki garbage
Look up just type in the
founder?
founder of Wikipedia said blank.
Founder of wiki.
Because it's so easily manipulated.
Arrested?
Oh, did he get arrested?
Do you know who this guy is? Founder of Wikipedia. I guess
I know the co-founder of Greenpeace says all the global warming stuff's all a bullshit hoax.
Jimmy Wales. Nickname of Jimbo Wales. That's the day you quit. You're like, you want me to call you what? Bye, Jimbo. The software.
I can't
okay,
see.
I'm not going to
I
be
can't
able to
see.
find this. There's nothing here.
Oh, yeah.
Wikipedia.
We'll save that for another day.
It's true. I'm not a billionaire. Wikipedia is from a different era. That's from 2021. You said he just said
It was
this?
recent, yeah.
Okay. So do you want to talk about Puff Daddy real quick?
Yeah,
'Cause
well,
here's the
Puff
thing.
Daddy, Tommy Brady.
Well, Puff Daddy.
Oh, he's got other issues on top of this.
What do you mean?
Well, he's part of the FTX scam. Excuse me,
He is?
right?
I didn't
Oh,
see
yeah,
his
I
name
think
on
so.
there.
Isn't he?
I didn't see his name on there.
Oh, maybe I'm mistaken.
We can pull that up, but you might be
I got the
right.
PDF of the transcript. Hilarious. It's like half a Twitter post in the court documents. It's only 41 pages.
Only 41. The one I have is 95. Can you send me what you have?
I can, yeah.
Okay, send it to me. I want to see it.
Put it in private chat.
Let me open this. Okay. You can send it to me in a DM. I'm gonna open that. If you want, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Is a link to it?
I think I titled it in Tom or sub Tom.
Okay, I'll go look. The one that I have is this.
Oh shit.
Has all their names in it eventually, but maybe this isn't the correct one.
You might have a more updated one than I do. I don't know.
Well, they won't update it. There will just be two of them. So I'm curious what the other one says. This one is entered from February or March of 15, 2023. In the meantime, Sean Cooms. Okay, here's the shitty part. So there's this lawsuit, and I was like, what the heck? I started looking up different stuff on Puff Daddy. There's all these different stories that he was very aggressive with his girlfriends, that
a rapper didn't treat women right? Go on. I don't believe it.
Well, that as far as beating them, I don't think that that's standard.
Bitches step out of line, they say.
Bitches step out of line in every genre, but I don't think it's standard that they get stomped on the faces.
I don't know. I've never heard a country music singer talk about beating his woman. Her leaving him and taking the dog, maybe, but not beating her.
Well, do they sing about beating their women in rap?
Yes.
Which songs?
All of them. Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
Bitches ain't shit but tricks and hoes. That's different than stomp the bitch when she's pregnant.
I don't listen to new rap, so I don't know.
New rap might even have it in there. It's old rap that I don't. Well, maybe.
I think new rap's all just sex and talk about Gucci and Louis Vuitton, and as long as they mention the big brand names in their songs, that's how they get paid.
Maybe, but here's
like Hennessy. Have you ever tasted Hennessy?
I don't know.
It's the most disgusting alcohol I've ever tasted, and black people sing about it constantly in the rap songs. But if you talk to any of them, none of them drink it. None of them like it. They just get paid to sing about it. Same as Cristal and all these expensive liquors they sing about.
Have you tasted Cristal?
Mm-mm.
I think that one is actually good.
Hennessy.
Well, maybe Henny is just pleasant. For maybe that's like liquor store shit, and then when you can afford it, you get the Cristal.
No, Hennessy.
But you would still sing about it. You don't want fucking Mad Dog 2020, but you're gonna sing about that shit if that's what your childhood was like. I don't know. Anyways, let me tell you something. Puffy has a little bit of a reputation. He has more of a reputation for being like that guy who sings in the videos and dances in the videos and then doesn't pay his artists or tries to like make money from them when they're not making money from themselves.
Oh,
But
so a business rapper. A rapper who considers himself a businessman, so he'll fuck out the little guy just so he gets more money.
sure. But he did it. He's like pretty powerful, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how much, what's Puffy's net worth? Let's find out.
I think he got more powerful based on all the artists he brought in underneath him and takes a cut of like the 30 rappers versus what he made himself. But
885 mil. Highest paid.
How do you think they come up with these figures? That's another question. Do they do it based on earnings or property value, or like where do they get these numbers from?
Yeah.
Tax returns? Would it be from tax returns? Taxes?
I don't know. This is in 2022, Forbes estimated his net worth. So do you know how Forbes comes up with their numbers?
I don't, but I assume they would have like a. They must say.
I'm sure.
We'll
It's
figure
not
it out.
this show, but I'm sure there's something to it. I've seen celebrities go, I'm worth how much? I fucking wish.
Yeah, right.
Like the Duck
Yeah,
Dynasty
that's
guys
what I
are
mean.
like
I've seen a
60
couple of them.
million. Where do I find it? So I think this is like if they sold everything they owned in this moment for what it's worth, they could cash out at this. But that doesn't
Okay,
mean
so
they're
that would be
walking
your
around with
that would include your
885.
royalties, your everything's.
Right.
Yeah. So they don't have 885
Right. No, no,
million
no,
in
no,
the
no. That's
bank.
why it's just net worth.
Yeah.
If he liquidated.
Oh, don't you remember Clinton's big fucking TV address that when her and Bill Clinton left the White House, they were dead broke, almost bankrupt?
Mm-hmm.
So their net worth was zero.
Yeah, I don't believe that anyways, but
No,
they
exactly.
definitely another show. The point is, Puffy is really fucking powerful. And before we could talk about this, so I decided we're going to talk about this last week. They settled the lawsuit.
Oh,
He settled.
with that girl. Oh, yeah, yeah. You don't want that hitting the newspapers too much.
Too much. What a fucking retard. I can't understand why he did this. He said his story was for months she's been trying to extort 30 million out of me. So now she's got a lawsuit. So she makes this lawsuit. Now everyone gets to read all this horrific shit he made her do.
How much did she
And
get paid?
nothing. She was the girlfriend.
Well, didn't he pay somebody off?
The male escorts that they had to be with. What do you mean? Oh, you mean in her settlement?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not saying, neither of them are saying what it is. They said that they won't speak
Oh,
on it
see, that's probably,
publicly.
she was probably asking for 100 million. He's like, I'll give you 20 if you fuck off. She's like, yeah, give me the 20.
No, she's going to be able to write a book now and see if he sues her about that.
Not if there's a non-disclosure. That would he'd get all that money back. It's like Amber Heard apparently is trying to do now.
I guess if she doesn't write a book, then yeah.
Did you hear that one? Amber Heard's trying to do that again. She wants to write a tell-all book about her experience being a domestic violence victim, and then release the book.
Is she not allowed?
No, you just got found for defamation.
That's about Johnny Depp. She could have other domestic violence that she wants to talk about.
No, this one's about her, about Johnny, apparently.
This one's about Johnny Depp?
Yeah, Johnny's like, write the book. I dare. Please write the fucking book. Camilla's like, yeah, write the book, baby. Write the book.
I doubt it.
Because the penalty would be like triple compared, because she never learned her lesson in the first lawsuit.
Who says? Why would you say that?
I would say that as a.
You're just saying that.
I'm just saying that, yeah.
Okay. So
like, say if I was found. Well, here we go. Nick Rekieta gets found guilty for defaming Monty. Monty wins $1 million. 6 months later, Nick's doing the exact same thing. What do you think a jury's going to say to punish Nick for the second time around? It ain't going to be $1 million again. It's going to be like 10 million, 50 million. Because you obviously didn't learn your lesson. The point of the judgment is so you learn the lesson not to do it again.
No, well, usually when you're in court, they don't bring up your previous stuff unless during sentencing.
Well, if it's for the exact same crime, they
no,
sure would.
You don't. No, for sure you don't.
If you rape a woman, you don't think they're going to bring up previous rapes?
I know they won't unless you open the door to bring in your previous history. Just because you raped someone before doesn't mean you raped someone today, and that's just the way it is.
I don't know, man.
It's unfortunate. Well, I do know, man.
I agree with you. I agree with you, but how it'd be so hard not to. As a
If you
lawyer,
got
like,
on the stand and said, I've never raped somebody, now you can say, well, here's some charges and you did do this. What you would do is get on there and just not bring it up because you're not allowed to bring in your past history
so if you're
in
here's a question:
trial.
if I'm on the stand for rape, could you ask me, have you ever been charged with rape before, or is that no? You're not even allowed to ask,
I don't,
or would he just say, I plead the fifth, I plead the fifth, I plead the fifth? Like,
I, so I would assume that by the time that the defendant got on the stand, that there's been stipulations about what is on and off the table. So I would assume that that's something that can't happen. But if you opened the door, if you were like, if whoever was questioning you was dancing around that and you just decided to be big mouth because you think you understand that they can't bring up your past charges and you say something
yeah,
stupid, then
yeah,
yeah, then it becomes something that you can't protect yourself from.
yes, I I agree.
But no, it's not just something the judge though can when once the jury decides what the jury decides. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure the
sentencing, the
judge.
judge can take that into account, can he?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Ooh, yeah.
sure because it's like first offense or there's a word for it, but I'm not. There's some way to say it.
If you were convicted of rape, do you think you could bring that up, or is that still a no go?
It's the same thing.
Okay, I figured if you went through the whole court, it's like matter of public
I
record
mean,
now
if it's
that
an
you're
accusation, it's ridiculous you'd ever even think about it. I was only talking about if you were convicted.
convicted. Yeah, yeah.
So they did settle out, but I do think it's crazy that he waited. I don't think maybe he thought she wouldn't bring such accusations or something because now everyone gets to read all this stuff.
Did are they bad? Are they lawsuit worthy in your
The
opinion, or is it me too?
accusations? No, it's I think it's bad. Do you want to hear it? You probably won't care.
No, I'm just curious
Um
if it's real or if it's a Me Too situation. Like, how long? When
this
did
was
this
his,
supposedly happen?
this was in
Oh,
I don't know when it started. I think she said it started when she was two, 2005 is when they met. I, so that's when it began.
my spotty sense tingles when they wait like a decade and then want to say, "Hey, you did bad things to me." A decade later, that's when my spotty senses go off. If it happens like right away, then I'm like, "Okay, let's get on this train. Let's see where it goes."
It's so funny. So you don't necessarily believe this, even though now he's settled out of court, so that he doesn't have to face these charges.
Right. Because sometimes it's cheaper just to pay her $1 million to fuck off than pay lawyers $5 million to defend you and then pay
And the
her.
other women who came out with similar stories.
I have no clue about any of this.
That's why I started by saying that.
Oh yeah, okay. So if there were other women, then they're not allowed to be brought in, right?
Well, I'm just talking about for court of public opinion, which is where you and I land.
Yes.
Uh, they are. We brought those in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
So he has been accused of the same things that she says, just not to the extent like she's going to talk about like their sex life. That's not stuff that we'd heard before.
Do you think there's difference in accusations, like weight wise versus a rich famous guy with money versus me? I would take a
Do I
woman.
think
I would take a woman more credible to make a claim against me doing stuff than a woman making claim against a super rich dude who's got money, and no one's trying to fish for me for money, but they'll definitely fish P Diddy for some money.
this is life ruination, not bank account inflating?
Can you ruin P Diddy's life though?
Yeah, this is how you would do it.
Is it okay?
I mean,
I don't know the
she's
con.
never
I don't
gonna.
know the
She can't.
accusation, so
He's
I'm.
worth $885 million. Even if she asked for $100 million, she doesn't. She's not gonna affect his bank account. The
That's
reason
why I think he might have just settled this like fuck off, versus it really being a winnable case for her. What state was this in?
I'm assuming that it was in New York, but we'll have to the
Yeah,
stuff
I
had
would. If I was P
because of the
Diddy, I
statute
would
of
pay any amount
limitations.
of money to not go to court in New York,
New York, yeah,
in Me
Southern
Too
District of New
Central.
York.
I would, even if I knew I didn't do it, I would probably pay her off just to stay out of a New York court.
He said that she was trying to get him to pay her off, and so he's like, "No, take me to court." So she's like, "All right, I'll take you to court." So the
Okay, see,
ac-
that gives me spotty senses there. She wanted to get paid off and not go to
She
court.
probably wanted to write a book, and that's how it came out. Like, I'm going to talk about some shit. And he was like, you can't fucking talk about this. She's like, well, I can.
If
Or
she
you
was going to
can.
write a book, why would she even tell him? She should just write the book and put it out there.
Really?
Why not?
You're going to accuse... She knows what she's accusing him of. Sexual assault.
Oh.
Rape.
You roboted a bit.
You don't think that as a human being she'd be like, listen, I'm going to write a book about the 5 years we were together. It's not good for you.
No, if I was going to expose somebody, I'd wait until it was on the store shelves and be like, wait for them to call me.
She's not exposing somebody. She's just telling her story.
Well, exposing him for doing what he did is her story.
Yeah, but, I mean, I guess that's one way to call it.
That was like that crazy woman who sued Trump for raping her in her mind. That was actually a TV show. Remember, she wrote all these books and articles and did the news fucking circuit.
No, I didn't follow that.
What was her name? Jean Carol King or Carol Jean something. You don't remember that?
No.
She watched a episode of Law and Order and then put herself in the episode, and that was her whole testimony. And then Trump goes,
apologize for
she's not,
bread right
Trump
now.
goes, I wouldn't rape her. She's not my type. She said Trump raped her in Nordstrom's in the dressing room with all the employees there.
Did you find the other? You did. Let me look at this. This is from Edwin Garrison. This is the first guy. Okay. So this is the Tom Brady. This is the first guy that brought a suit, right?
Is this
Edwin
just an
Garrison.
average Joe, do you think, or a rich fella?
I don't know. I think he's an average. I mean, he's an investor, so he probably has money. But as far as he's not a. I don't think he's a Tom Brady, if that's the question.
Because they fucked a lot of people over with the Robin Hood fiasco. Do you know about that one?
No.
So Robin Hood was just an app on your phone where you could buy like $10 worth of stock. So poor people like you and I could play in the stock market. And they found out, a bunch of nerds online found out that the hedge funds, like the billionaires, were trying to short GameStop. So all the poor people started buying shares of GameStop and put it like quadruple what it was worth to fuck over the rich people. And it was fucking the rich people over so bad that they had to shut down the entire company. Because rich people were losing their money and poor people were getting rich. There's like documentaries on it. It's crazy. It's called Robin Hood, GameStop, something or other. It's an awesome, crazy documentary. We'll have to do it one of these days.
Yeah. I don't know which. I'm over this show. It sucks.
What are you talking about? We haven't even get into the Twitters yet.
The Twitters?
Yeah, they copy and pasted the Twitter things from in that court document I just
Okay,
gave.
yeah, let's find that. We'll get into the Twitters real quick and then. Wait. I'm wrong.
So do you think these celebrities have a legal obligation or moral obligation to know what they're promoting? Or does their manager just to get to go, hey, talk about fucking ABC company, and they don't have a clue what they're saying?
Well, Taylor Swift avoided the FTX lawsuit by asking one simple question.
Oh.
She asked if it was a secured... What did she ask? By asking a simple question that saved her earlier this week, Adam Morowitz, one of the players leading to the class action lawsuit. So one person that asked whether the securities she would be promoting were unregistered. That's what it was. And
so FTX wasn't registered? I thought it was because that's why they were all jumping in on it, because nobody was buying, like none of the celebrities were buying into Bitcoin because it was just a fad and an internet thing. And then once like the Staples Center and for the Lakers became crypto.com. Like, so it was like major companies were buying arenas and stuff. So it was legitimized in everyone's mind that, oh, if major like Staples Centers was renamed the Crypto Arena, it must be legitimate. So I would assume if you're buying an entire arena, you'd have to be registered, wouldn't you?
No, I don't see why you would have to.
And how do you get worth $11 billion unregistered? Like,
No one asks.
No, but aren't there like red flags in the system that might pop up going, hey, this guy just bought $1 billion worth of stock. Should we look into it? Nah. If I try to take out 10 grand into a bank account in Canada, it sends red flags off to the cops. Even if it's your own money, you just want to take it and go home and roll around in the ground in it. It sends a warning to the police.
How does that correlate to this?
Well, how did nobody figure this was a scam out before it got as big as it got? It went from like, I think $10 a share to $300 a share in like 3 weeks or something, like crazy. I think there's a pie graph in there of how fast it dropped too.
Okay, let's see. It says Morowitz, who's the attorney, said that under the state securities law, promoting unregistered securities for financial gain can make the individual liable. Now bankrupt FTX was in talks with Swift for a $100 million sponsorship deal, which fizzled out shortly before FTX's collapse in November. Swift's due diligence saved her from a costly mistake. There are 11 celebrities and one basketball team named in the lawsuit: Brady, Seinfeld creator Larry David, and Shaquille O'Neal.
Do you think the FTX guys went directly to Brady and Shaq and say, hey, let's talk? Or do you think they went through their agents or money managers or?
No idea.
Because then couldn't Shaq and Tom Brady sue their financial guy for recommending it to them?
I don't know. Okay, so that's all it says. So that's how Swifty got out of it. This was January after the lawsuit. Who lost money? The collapse of FTX crypto empire was not only felt by those deep in the crypto community, but some big name entrepreneurs. SBF. So when it says SBF allegedly led, does that mean I think he himself was going out there and like rubbing shoulders with these people. So when you ask me, was his financial people talking to the other financial people? No, I don't think so. I think it was SBF convincing, low IQ. I don't know what the Shark Tank guy's problem was, or maybe not low IQ.
Shark Tank guy is an asshole. His wife killed somebody in a drunk boating accident and got away scot-free because he was rich.
Maybe when you have, $1 billion, investing a couple million is like nothing. So maybe that's what's happening here. The ROI he's promising them has got to be astronomical.
Yes. So I think the guy, I think someone said Tom Brady invested $600 million, but that wasn't quite true. How they got that number was Tom Brady bought into the stock at a really low rate, say $30 a share. And when it skyrocketed to $200 a share, he had $650 million worth of stock at the time they quoted it. But when the stock dropped back down to $30, they broke even. So all these celebrities didn't lose all this money. They lost their earnings on that money. They never lost their initial investment.
This fly is going to fucking bother me. This one says one of the investors was Tom Brady, who with his wife reportedly put a portion of his wealth into FTX after announcing partnership with the venture and its CEO.
I think that was part of the corruption scheme because Sam Bankman-Fried wanted to get these celebrities to put their own money in, which would make idiots like me go, hey, if Tom Brady's putting his own money in, it must be real and must be good. So I'm going to put my money in because he's not dumb. I think it was part of the whole overall dirty scam of it all.
Yeah, we talked about it. I got another 10 years left. Maybe 15.
Not bad. This is big. What do you think? Are you in?
You know what? I'm in. Let's call everyone.
Hang on a minute. How dare you call this number? Okay, I'm in. Whatever.
Who's that?
That was my mom. Hey, Donut, don't eat that.
Yo, what's up? Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm in.
I'm in. Hey, Arthur, I quit.
I'm in.
T-Bone, is it the downstairs toilet again?
Hello, Tom. Doggy coin?
Sue, Mark.
Are you in? I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in.
All right, this last one might be tough.
Nah, he loves you.
Probably just getting to the dentist. This guy.
True.
First, even if you wanted to come back, we
Bill
wouldn't take you.
Belichick.
Yes, you would.
Yeah, we
would.
You're right, we would. What's
I'm getting into crypto with FTX. You in?
We're providing gives 360-degree access to the crypto markets with the ability to trade everything from alts to DeFi. I believe I'm in, but still hate you.
Understood.
Take care. Best of the family.
Is he in?
Yep,
Did he say he hates you?
he did.
Even on the phone, that guy sounds handsome.
I think that's the problem. When people
Most
realize,
trustworthy.
because crypto was out there and everyone's like bashing it and liking it and bashing it and liking it. But when people started realizing celebrities are putting their own pocket money into it, they're like, oh, okay, it is real then. I now have the confidence to invest, which makes him the confidence man of the whole scheme. Hence the lawsuit.
That was a good commercial though. That's
Can I talk to you
okay.
about
We already
something?
watched this.
Yeah, we talked about it. I got another 10 years left.
This
Maybe
is
15.
all of Tom
Not
Brady's
bad. This is big.
commercials.
What do you think? Are you in?
I think it's probably 3 different commercials.
Want to do one more?
Hang on. There's a possibility of a trade.
Tom Brady wants a trade. Could he be coming home?
I wonder if they put that back in the hole.
Yeah, trade. We're telling everyone.
I heard she wants to be in LA.
Caller 2, go. I'm hearing Denver. I give you the new City Hall. Take that, Tampa.
A trade? Are you sure? Not a trade. I'm trading crypto. FTX is the safest and easiest way to buy and sell crypto. It's the best way to get in the game.
Straight in crypto.
Oh.
Hey, y'all. It's not coming. Not coming.
And I think part of the lawsuit is too, legally you're supposed to tell people that you're a paid advertiser and
Brady.
paid spokesman,
The best
not
ever,
just a
right?
investor.
But he's not thinking about being the best. He wants to be better.
Couldn't be better.
I could do better.
He can do better.
He wants to practice better. Ouch.
That's better.
That was better.
Recover better.
Night, Tom.
He even wants to eat better.
Can I take your order?
Steak. I'll have their parsley.
Yum.
First he leaves, and now he's getting even better.
But better doesn't stop there. He wants to be a better teammate,
I love that guy.
a better friend,
I love that guy.
even a better enemy.
I hate that I love that guy.
You think I could get better?
Oh, you could get way better.
Save room for dessert?
Where's dessert?
So you know he's going to invest better, too.
FTX, that's the crypto app, right? Now it's for all kinds of investing. It's better.
Okay. Tom, don't try to tell us you didn't want us to buy this shit, Tom.
That's right. Like, that's not going to go well for a jury. I don't
But
think
it's
this will go to a
Tom.
jury. I think they'll try and settle this.
How does that happen? There's so many people in this lawsuit.
Greed, man. People just see dollar signs and throw
Yeah,
out
but, like,
fucking caution
They're
and
each going to be
reason.
sued for X amount of. I mean, they're each going to contribute X amount to the.
I think it's
Is that how it
11 billion.
works?
Isn't the whole thing $11 billion they want?
Let me go back to that one you showed me. Somewhere.
So maybe they'll settle out of court for $5 billion. And they can divide it up between the Golden State Warriors and Tom Brady and Shaq, and they can pay it. They're not going to like paying it. Shaq's going to have to do some more general commercials, but
I own a bit of crypto, beautifully said. I'd rather buy PMs, but don't have much of that either. I don't know what that is. Not enough. Not through their scam, though.
want to hear something crazy? I think I bought some crypto back in like 2014, 2015, like $20 worth just to say I had it. And I can't remember who I bought it with.
Oh, I did the same thing. I have a bunch of different coins.
Like, oh, you can go cash. I have no idea which company I bought it through, what wallet it. There's $20 just magically sitting. It could be $1,000 today. Who knows?
Well, I don't know what I did. Well, let me find it again with the one you just sent me.
The
Oh,
PDF.
here it is. The 41 page. Here it is. This one you said has graphs and shit in it. Okay, so we're going to look at this one. Oh, did you see that? What the hell just happened?
I don't know. You're on Yahoo now.
I know.
Maybe you
glitched
clicked
out
a
and
link
went
on
to
the
this.
PDF.
Maybe I did.
Yeah, it was a link
I
on the
totally
PDF.
did.
Yeah.
I like the thought of ghosts, but it was just me being retarded. This is
Computer
Miami. This must be where the lawsuit is being filed.
Yeah, they got all the commercials for Shaq in there, for Tom are in there.
In
All the
41 pages,
faces.
good.
The tennis players.
Okay, class action complaint and demand for jury trial. Then there's things that have happened with Boyer and with FTX now. That's somebody running a company that's just dumb as fuck greedy. So what does Sam Bankman do? He just gives me more, give me more, give me more. So I'm going to borrow money, loan it to my affiliate company, and hope and pretend to myself that the FTT tokens that are in there on my balance sheet are going to sustain their value. So Mark Cuban saw it.
Yes.
I'm sorry, this is the biggest thing. I fucked up and should have done better. Oh, that's the biggest. This is his apology tweet?
Yeah, that's him going to jail for the rest of his life. Your Honor, I said
I'm
sorry.
Dang. Plaintiff Edwin Garrison files this class action complaint on behalf of himself and all other similarly situated against Sam Bankman-Fried, Tom Brady, Giselle, Steph Curry, the whole Golden State Warriors team.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. Shaquille O'Neal.
The team,
Adonis.
I think, was going to accept the Bitcoin and everything at the stadium, then to normalize it, to get people to go in on it.
How come this failed? Like,
Well, because there was no actual money, so Sam Bankman-Fried was taking all those billions of dollars and giving it to the Democratic Party.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's right. I forgot. So okay.
He was the number one or number two main money guy for the entire Democratic presidential campaign. So then when people like you and I said, you know what, I got $100 in these FTX coins, I want to sell them and send my kid to college, you're like, oh, we can't sell you any. We're not giving money out. We don't actually have any money. And then when everyone started realizing they weren't letting you withdraw your own money.
Okay, so since that was the scheme, on the other side, these other people, they're saying, look, we didn't know that was a scheme. We thought this was real, blah, 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 blah. So those are separate. Is that what they're saying? Or do you think Tom Brady was like, hey, if I put 2 mil into this, we can get 100 mil out of the fucking ignoramus populace?
Exactly what I think. Yeah. I think that's part of the lawsuit. Because they're like,
okay.
Because once they get everybody, so all the celebrities get everybody to invest and get all their money in. And then once the amount gets up to whatever the number is, all of the celebrities start to sell. So the only people left holding the bag are the fucking idiots like me.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry,
they call it a pump and dump scheme. So you pump up the inflated numbers, you get it high to make it look like the company's worth millions, and then everyone that started it jumps ship, gets on a lifeboat with all their money in their pocket.
The deceptive and failed FTX platform was based upon the false representation and deceptive conduct based upon false rep and deceptive conduct. Although many incriminating FTX emails and texts have already been destroyed, we located them and they evidence how FTX's fraudulent scheme was designed to take advantage of unsophisticated investors from across the country who utilize mobile apps to make their investments. As a result, American consumers collectively sustained over $11 billion in damages. Oh, so that's that's it, where it's like Tom did it for two, so then all of the retards like us did it also. Okay. As a result,
people trust, it's stupid, but we trust celebrities or we trust our heroes.
No, I don't, but you're right. Leftards fucking do.
Yeah, people do. Right-wingers do it too.
Yeah, you're right. Trump is their celebrity.
Right.
FTX organized and emanated its fraudulent plan from its worldwide headquarters located here in Miami, Florida. Miami became the hot spot for crypto companies, hosting the most investments in crypto startups as well as the annual Bitcoin Miami 2022 Global Forum. Several crypto companies, including crypto exchange Blockchain.com, Ripple, and FTX.us, moved their headquarters to Miami. Others, including fellow exchange eToro, expanded their U.S. presence with offices in Miami. FTX was already very familiar with Miami, signing a deal worth more than $135 million for the naming rights of a waterfront arena where 3 NBA championships, where 3-time NBA champions, the Miami Heat, play. So that's FTX Arena to this day.
It shouldn't be because they're not a company anymore. But
Well, if you bought it and you paid for it, it doesn't matter if
no, you just buy
suddenly
the name. You just buy the right to stick the name on it. You don't even know. I don't even think you own the building.
Well, I'm curious. Hold on, my dog needs something more than what I've offered him, which is not much.
Which was
Okay.
nothing.
Yeah, I offered him to get the hell out of this room. He's like, fine, then I'm gonna bark on this side of the door. He's gonna win this because he's deaf. I can't yell. There's nothing I can do except for surrender. So I'll be right back.
Yes, no problem. All right, so the Miami-Dade County Commissioner voted unanimously to rename the Miami-Dade County Arena, previously known as FTX Arena, to Cassie Arena, Kasseya. What the fuck is a Cassie? Anyway, that's the new name of the Miami basketball arena in Florida. Does anybody know what a Cassie is? Casseya. Let's hear it, chat. What else was in here? Oh, let me bring the PDF back up for myself. I'll
It's
get.
cold.
Oh, you're back. So yeah, they renamed the FTX to Casey Arena or Cassie Arena.
Cassie.
What do you call it?
How do you spell it?
Kasseya Center.
Cassie. EYA.
Kasseya. I have no idea. I'm gonna say it's not English.
So they
But yeah.
just sold it to somebody else. How long do you get to?
No,
buy it?
they just voted to rename it in April.
What the fuck? Give me my 135 mil back, you faggots! No way.
117 mil.
That's how much. They even got a discount.
Yeah, the arena was named FTX Arena in 2001 after the cryptocurrency exchange filed for bankruptcy.
Oh, after.
Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't make sense. They're they're like some extra money I need to get rid of, get off the books. That's weird.
That's your answer to why no red flags or alarms are going off with the Security and Exchange Commission, because the Democratic Party was the main breadwinner from this whole scam.
Beautifully said, Cassia.
Cassia,
Is it a type of cake? What are y'all talking about? Nova, do mice chew on your TP?
No, they don't.
What is their TP?
Oh, they said that I took half of the crypto money when we cashed out, and I was like, I wish I wouldn't have an outhouse then.
You could just build an inside house.
I don't have the space inside to build an inside house.
Right there behind you.
That's
How
where
much
my
room do
guns
you need to
are.
take a shit? That's where my guns are. You're so American. That shit outside, my guns need to be inside where it's nice and warm.
That document you're on now, scroll down to page 10.
10? Oh. Got it. Page 10. Following his resignation, Bankman-Fried issued a 22-tweet-long explanation of where he believed he and the FTX entities went wrong. 1. Wait, I don't care. Well, 1, I'm sorry. 2, I also should have been communicating more recently. 3, so there's an update on where things are. Don't care. 4, FTX International currently has a total market value and assets collateral higher than client deposits. Wait a minute.
So when they were buying these arenas and things, they weren't transferring the money actually over. They were just doing it on paper. And the bank was saying, okay, we know you got the money. We'll wait until you give it to us. So they were buying things without actually transferring the cash to these places, which means they had no real estate to sell. And when people wanted their money back, they'd have to sell the real estate to pay them. And if you have no real estate, that's where everything collapsed.
Peter said, sorry, it's Kaseya. It means protect and defend. It's a Sioux word.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't a white
Tuber?
word.
Tubor? How do you say that? Means I will defend. It's a Michigan motto. It is? That's really cool. Michigan is my favorite named state. It sounds like if we had to rename the United States and pick one state's name, I would pick Michigan. It sounds like tough. It
Texas.
sounds
No, it's got to be
meaty.
Texas. Then when people don't fuck with it.
God damn it. No, fuck that. The only thing in Texas is steers and queers. Everybody knows that.
And illegals.
That's everywhere. I don't care what he says here, to be fair. I don't give a fuck about anything that he has said here. I wanted to know what was happening with the lawsuit. I just wanted to know, actually, I really just wanted to know if you thought that Tom Brady is responsible for advertising, because he's like, we wouldn't have expected people to buy we're not responsible for what they did. We couldn't have had an expectation that they would buy based on our suggestion.
What about doing the commercials?
Yeah, that part.
if he didn't do the commercials and just invested, he probably would have not been included in this lawsuit. But he was like the main face.
No, he would have been included. They were all included because they invested. It wasn't the commercials aren't what put him in this lawsuit.
No, wrong. No, it was the commercials that put them in the lawsuit. Yes.
Taylor Swift's not in this lawsuit because she asked the right question and didn't invest.
Right.
Investing put him in the lawsuit, right?
No, it was doing the commercials that got them sued.
All of this is all these people just did the commercials?
Yeah. It's just the people who promoted it and try to get other people to buy in are being sued, not the people who invest it. Otherwise, it'd be everyone who bought cryptocurrency would be sued. It's just the people who were pimping it, the pump and dump stock. It's an old scam. The scam's been around for like 30 years.
So then should we look at videos of all of these people? Who else? Let's look at Steph Curry. Let's look at his commercial.
Like Kevin O'Leary, so everyone that's an investor in the companies are supposed to say, I'm an investor before they promote it, and none of them did. Kevin O'Leary, I think, was one of the few that after he got caught a few times.
If you're doing an FTX commercial that's branded FTX, what did you think? What would you think?
It doesn't matter what you think. It's what the law is. You know how you see those stupid commercials and at the bottom there's always like that little fine print that's like 30 fucking sentences long that you can't read? Because legally I have to say, this person is a paid advertiser. They are not a person. They're, there was no disclaimers that would say, if he's trying to get money out of you, he's not investing himself. He wants you to invest so he gets richer because he's a shareholder. That's the crime. And not disclosing that you are.
Look, this ad is 15 seconds. This little thing here says video plays soon. Is that new?
Oh yeah. Now they're just fucking you where you can't skip ahead anymore. So they're just going to tell you that you have to watch this whole one, and then they're going to go, oh, wait, and you got to watch this whole next one, too.
Oh, so you won't know one of two. That's what's happening here. Okay.
Curry, the world's leading expert on cryptocurrency.
I'm not.
He's not making pasta, he's printing crypto.
No.
He mines Bitcoin from a giant block of ice.
Definitely not.
Okay, quit messing around, man. Give me some tips on crypto.
No.
But you are an expert, right?
No, I'm not an expert, and I don't need to be. With FTX, I have everything I need to buy, sell, and trade crypto safely.
Can you at least teach me how to shoot free throws?
Oh, wait, I didn't mean to put that. Sorry.
So he's supposed to say that he's like a paid advertiser and all these other things in the clips, but he doesn't. Like, they don't.
So if this would have said, I'm getting paid to be here, it would have made
I'm a paid spokesman. Yeah, he would have been excluded from the lawsuit because now he's just a hired commercial guy.
Oh, but
it's those little words.
It kind of looks like he's showing up because he's so
he's excited,
so good-hearted that he wants you to make money as well.
Right, which is the scam. It's the pump and dump.
Who else? Oops, where did it go? What other names are here?
Because I think
Shaquille
Jake
O'Neal.
Paul and those guys got in trouble for a pump and dump scheme a couple of years ago too, but not to this extreme.
Hot off the press in the past 11 minutes, FTX tweeting out, "We couldn't keep it secret any longer. We're partnering with the one, the only at Shaq, aka Shaq Toshi."
I've done a lot in my life. I've played a little basketball. Sometimes I DJ. I'm just an everyday guy. Puts on his size 23 shoes and checks his FTX account. It doesn't matter what I look like. You know what?
And bank for free,
This thing is
Jake.
bugging me. Can you help me with this? Turn it off. Hey, it's Shaquille O'Neal, and I'm excited to be partnering with FTX to help make crypto accessible.
But if he says he's a partner, then what is that? Oh no, somebody's here. If he says he's a partner, you know what I'm saying? How is that?
I see.
not-
Yeah. I don't know, because I know Kevin O'Leary came out on stage and was going to brag about his crypto. He goes, but before he started bragging, he goes, "I have to tell you for the record," and he like looks around at the cameras, "I'm an investor or I'm part of this scheme. Now let me tell you how much money we can all make."
Well, he's in the lawsuit too.
Yes.
So
I
then,
think once they got sued is when they all started going, "I'm a paid spokesperson. I'm a paid spokesperson. It's not my money I'm investing."
hey, morning, hideous.
Because I don't even know if they got paid to advertise. I think they may have gotten paid with stock. So the more they pushed it, the more they got paid. Because that's where I think where Tom Brady, they said Tom had 650 million invested in crypto. No, he had like 5 million. But when they pushed and pumped the stock up, then he had 650 million. So they have an incentive to get more people to scam into this, knowing that they didn't put real money into it. They just got stock shares and
so
value
through this
for
lawsuit, will they find out? Oh no, he's already SBF already had his lawsuit. He's already been found guilty and going to go to jail forever, right?
Forever, yes.
So that in that lawsuit, did they find anything about like him talking to celebrities or?
I didn't watch the whole thing,
like
but I
alerting
assume,
them to sell before it crashed or whatever.
Yeah, I think they all kind of sold their shares at the same time, which made it really, really bad. It was one of the things. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, what the flock said? Partner is different than paid spokesman. Think pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me think. But okay, a partner. This is my partner. This is, I'm here to be paid.
I think page 26 goes into how the Golden State Warriors got involved.
Let me just skip around on all the different pages.
I'm just trying to find the graph or how bad it went.
The Golden State Warriors and FTX officially launched their partnership in 2022 with the unveiling of FTX logo on the court of this Chase Center as the Warriors' official cryptocurrency platform and NFT marketplace. The franchise, I'm not showing you this. The franchise dropped NFTs on FTX.us beginning in early 2022. The partnership began between the Warriors and FTX, marked the first international rights partner with for the Warriors, meaning the Golden State Warriors and FTX had a visible market presence, including a logo and likeness internationally. So that's why they're...
Yeah, so they legitimized the scam, which got more people to invest. And then once those people invested, they could jump ship.
Yeah. But they don't. Do they jump ship? Or that's what I'm curious about. Like,
I think that's why they got sued, is because I think they all jump ship like the same. If I can find it's on Forbes. I can't bring it. Hang on, let me see if I can find it.
The deal also included the Warriors G League team, the Golden Guardians, and Golden Gaming Squad. Never heard of that. Affiliated esports teams in arena signage at Chase Center and virtual floor signage at Warriors games.
Because they were talking shit.
Defendant Shaquille O'Neal, former basketballer, became an ambassador, stating in a video posted on Twitter that I'm excited to be partnering with NTX to help make crypto accessible to everyone. I'm all in. Are you? And the wording, right? Why all in? Couldn't you just spend a little bit in? The problem is that people were like, if I would have bought Bitcoin a long time ago, I'd be rich right now. So they're like, this could be everything is the next Bitcoin to them.
Right.
So it's just buy.
All these celebrities legitimized it for the idiots.
This is funny. We're excited to announce our partnership with football star Trevor Lawrence. The world of sports and crypto will never be the same. I don't know who Trevor
He's the new
Lawrence
young
is.
quarterback.
He's a he, huh? Okay. Defendant William Trevor Lawrence, the pick of the 2021 NFL draft and now quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars in the NFL, became a brand ambassador for FTX in exchange for unspecified cryptocurrency payments, which sponsorship was announced in April 2021. The stated purpose, of the sponsorship was because Trevor is someone people can have a personal and human connection with for FTX in the crypto space. Because he could trick to most people with his girl smile.
Right. So we're going to pay you $100,000 in crypto. And if you work hard and get more people to buy in, that 100,000 is going to turn into $1 million for you. Then you can cash out and all those fuckers are screwed. I think I gave you the Forbes breakdown in private chat.
Okay.
And they showed the bar graph where the currency's going up, up, up. And then when the bubble bursts, and everyone's, we got to sell, it just goes right to zero when all the celebrities sold.
And so brand ambassador is supposed to come off as
an unpaid
not
spokesman,
paid, but they were paid.
Right. Just not with cash. So then it's not paid.
It says I used her with the express purpose of getting more women to start investing.
Going after you women.
That's the thing. When you are an influencer, or what do you call it? What they used to call it?
Snake oil salesman?
No, an influencer, something that's similar to that word. A role model. When you're a role model, even if you don't want to be, you still have certain responsibilities. And I know you shouldn't. That's why parents need to be raising their own fucking kids. But regardless, even the best of parents, they're not cool. And you, 3 Grand Slams at 24, are fucking cool. So your parents are old and crusty. They don't know shit about crypto. I'm going to just listen to you. So it's really hard.
Well, that was the old celebrity thing, because you got all these, like, remember Christina Aguilera and Britney first came out, they're like, you're not being a very good role model for young ladies dressed around like hookers and shaking your ass and tits for all these girls. Like, I ain't no role model. That's not my job. I ain't a role model. I just make music. Well, bitch, you are a role model. You don't even
like it or not.
Right.
She confirmed her involvement by tweeting to her 1.1 million fans. They thought they made the rules for us. They thought they could control us. They were wrong. Oh, a little feminism boost. I love that.
Right. Just it's pure manipulation.
The video then cuts to a boardroom full of marketing executives talking about the ad in a tongue-in-cheek way and discussing their other ideas. Okay. Oh, this is the Larry David. For his part, the legendary comedian and creator of Seinfeld and Curb Your Enthusiasm, Larry David created an ad for the FTX entities called Don't Miss Out on Crypto, which aired during the 2020 Super Bowl, and making FTX one of those retweeted brands the most retweeted brands during the Super Bowl and winning the most comical, horrific, 1 second.
Because I think people push this too, because at the time when all this was going on, people were still saying crypto isn't a real thing because the governments weren't recognizing it and all these other things weren't recognizing it. And it was just bullshit, made up money. So once everyone, like the celebrities, got involved, you're renaming arenas. Oh, a whole city renamed the arena, a crypto arena. It must be legitimate now. Therefore, it is safe to invest. And we had people like the conservative right wing in Canada was telling people that investing in crypto was a good idea. And at the time, people might have agreed with them, but it was like 60 grand a coin. Now it's like 28 or 30 grand a coin. So probably not the best advice from a politician who's going to be the next prime minister of Canada. So take that with you, Will.
Wait, who is?
Pierre Poilievre. He was telling people to invest in crypto because it was safer than putting money in the bank in Canada, which is kind of true, but kind of not true.
Partners and affiliates. They were in the scheme. Brand ambassadors, they get perks. Did I hear areola model? Finally something interesting.
No.
Go back to Twitter, buddy. That's where that is. It's not here. Florida subclass. I don't know what this is. Numerosity. The classes are comprised. Oh, this is how they're figuring out who and what. Am I sharing this? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm assuming this is going to be one master fuck because
As
so many
detailed?
people live in different. It's got to be a federal case then, wouldn't it? Because if you got Florida, California, all these different states, it couldn't be each state.
Well, I think that's why it's a class action, right? Because it's a bunch of people. It's people from all over. It's just centered here. I don't know. Maybe that's what this says. As detailed below in the individual counts, plaintiff brings a lawsuit on behalf of themselves and all of their similarly situated class definitions. Plaintiff seeks to represent the following nationwide classes and state subclasses, collectively the classes. If the court agrees, the undersigned counsel that the claims asserted here will apply to all class members, the court may only have to certify the nationwide class nationwide class. All persons or entities in the U.S. whom, with the applicable limitations period, purchased or enrolled in YBA. So that's how you can become part of this. All
So
persons
yeah,
or
if you
entities
knew
in
you
the
bought
US.
coin, you could get in on it as long as you contact
What is
whoever's in
YBA?
charge. Say, throw my name on there. Because I think what they do is with the class action, if they win $100 million and there's 100 people in the suit, they just divide it up equally through everybody.
Yeah, I think so. All persons in the state of Florida with the applicable limitations period purchased or enrolled in YBA. What does that stand for?
I don't know. Because I know I won money in a class action lawsuit against Kia for lying about their fuel economy on a hybrid. Guess how much money I got?
I don't know.
$43.
Damn, rich.
Right? YBA.
We're gonna find all the way to the beginning.
I can't even think of something YBA.
Yield-bearing accounts.
Okay, yeah.
Offer and sale of unregistered securities in the form of yield-bearing accounts. So, if you bought them...
Only in America. I can't do it if I bought because I'm not an American.
So you couldn't... No, only America was affected by this? Nobody could
No,
buy
I
these
think only Americans can join the class action lawsuit, I think.
Oh.
Yes. Residents seeking to recover from the United States, yeah.
Well, I forgot. What page were we just on? Oh, it's down here. This. All persons or entities in the U.S., yes. All persons in Florida. Okay, so nationwide U.S. or particularly Florida. Got it. So no one in like other countries was on their app buying this. You couldn't do it?
I think you could. I just don't think you can be included in the lawsuit.
Oh.
So I think everyone outside America is just fucked because you're not under American law. You're under whatever country law you're in. So, I mean, if Canada wanted to do a class action lawsuit the exact same way for the Canadian names that did this, like Kevin O'Leary, they could, and British and whoever else did it.
Minus attorney fees. After those, it's about $10 in the end.
Yeah. So my class action was I bought a hybrid Kia Optima, and it said the fuel mileage was 7 liters per 100 kilometers. But in reality, it was 10 liters per 100 kilometers. So the fraud was I bought this car thinking I was going to save money on gas, but it was really harder on gas than a non-hybrid. So the court decided that we're going to fine Kia, I think it was like 20 million or something. And all the people they fucked over got it divided equally amongst themselves. So I got $43.
Didn't that happen with Volkswagen? Didn't they lie?
Volkswagen did it too. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
See, all these companies do it.
There's
the
a whole
profits they make.
graveyard here. I should take the drone over to it. There's a giant piece of desert that's full from beginning to end of brand new Volkswagens. I'm like, damn.
Oh wow, yeah. There's another one in California of electric
Brand
vehicles.
newish. They were used at least a little bit.
Well, they had, I can't remember what company. It might have been Ford. Made all these brand new electric vehicles, like 1,000 of them. But whatever law, there was something. So they just literally parked them in the desert and let them rust because they'd rather let them rust than give them away for free. Because now those people who did want one got to go buy a brand new one.
That's a lot.
It's crazy. Companies would rather not give something away for free and lose money than give something away for free.
Yeah, it's weird. That's why the Virgin Islands didn't want to let him go, so they would get their money back before
yeah.
any other country.
Yeah, he had to be extradited back to the U.S. They
But
didn't want to let
isn't
him
the
go.
US aren't the Virgin Islands part of us? Doesn't that count?
Part of, but I don't know. Are they a state? What are they considered?
No, they're not a state. They're just a territory.
Do you guys like collect taxes from them?
Should I ask the internet? I'm not sure about any of
Because
that.
I think it was Turks and Caicos wanted to be a Canadian province, but our government said no. I'm like, why? That would be awesome. We'd have a fucking tropical Canadian province we could travel to. And they're like, no, but then those people would get access to our healthcare and our welfare, and most of the whole population of the island would all be on welfare because it's just a tourist country. And they run on the Canadian dollar. So their currency is actually Canadian dollar bills because so many Canadian tourists go there.
Yeah, What the Flock said they're a territory. That's what I thought. It's weird to think we have a territory.
So what is it? 50 states and how many territories? Like
50 states and I don't know, the Guam, Virgin Islands. I think that's it. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, what is it? What do you think, chat? How many territories do you guys think you got? And if those territories wanted to leave, is America going to go to war to keep them? Like, are you guys going to attack? I just think your attack would be not spending money there anymore. So Virgin Islands, what else was it? Puerto Rico's 1 too, isn't it? Aren't they? Yeah, there we go. Puerto Rico. Yeah, 4. Hey, look at that. 4. See, I'm still waiting for America just to conquer Canada so we can be a state. We got all the oil and gas you guys need. We'll supply you guys with cheap oil, cheap gas. You just can't let the commies like Trudeau get in. And let us have guns. We need our gun rights. What do you think, chat? Do you want Canada as part of the US? Just think, if Russia tried to attack you, they'd hit Canada first. We'd be like your buffer. That's the only reason Russia hasn't invaded us already, though. Otherwise, they would have.
Puerto Rico? I was going to say Puerto Rico, but it didn't sound right when I was about to say it.
Oh, so how far is Puerto Rico from the coast of America? Like a couple 100 kilometers or 1,000?
I don't think it's far. Let's see. We don't do kilometers. How far is Puerto Rico from Florida?
I think it's 1.4 kilometers to a mile or something close.
It is a lot. It's way further than I thought. It's 1,200 miles.
Wow! Holy shit! That's like
I
on the
was
other side
thinking
of the
of
planet.
Cuba.
Wow, Puerto Rico. Wow.
The other side of the planet.
You said
we just played them on TV, y'all.
You said 12,000, not 12,000.
Oh, did I? I meant to say 1,200. I'm the idiot. I told you. That's how our trailer was accurate.
That's crazy, though. So you guys can go to Puerto Rico with no passports.
I guess.
I would hope so.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know what any of this was here. All right, well, that's the end of the show.
What? Canada is China now. Facts.
Oh, somebody hacked What the Flock.
Just busy.
Okay, so back to... Yeah, it's funny how I don't care about any of this.
I'm still on the Puerto Rico screen.
I don't care about that either.
I think in private chat is a Forbes article, and I think they show where everyone started selling off and how bad it dropped. It dropped like fucking Bud Light stock.
Tom Brady and other A-listers sued for fumbling FTX endorsements. I see what you did there. Superstar celebrities like Tom Brady and Larry David are facing a lawsuit. Yep. Back in December, in the wake of the FTX crypto exchange collapse, lawyers filed a class action against SBF and a bunch of others. Unlike SBF, who was arrested and charged with multiple counts of wire fraud and money laundering for siphoning off customers' funds for risky investments and campaign contributions, at least 11 celebrity endorsers have been wrapped up in the FTX drama without facing jail time. That's them.
You think they'll put Shaq in jail? Because that would be hilarious.
This complaint specifically argues that FTX customers, through engaging with the FTX platform, were buying and selling unregistered securities regulated by the SEC. Therefore, Brady and the other celebrity endorsers were required to reveal the details of their financial agreement with FTX. There it is. The plaintiffs allege that these celebrities violated Florida securities and consumer protection laws by failing to provide specific information on their financial arrangements with FTX, in addition to not undergoing requisite due diligence before promoting the company. In one ad for FTX, Brady and ex-wife were featured as, and their friends, yeah, we saw it. The howdy test? Hold on, what's this one saying?
Howdy doody.
As such, the FTX case isn't only interesting because of the criminal charges against Bankman-Fried, it also sets a precedent for celebrities being legally responsible for the products and services they endorse.
I think that's great.
Argument. Yes. Hold on. I thought
Especially
Kim
if it works in
Kardashian
the
got
future.
caught up in some crypto shit.
Yes, the exact same. Yes, but on a smaller scale.
Kim
That's right.
Kardashian can't trade. I'm pretty sure she can't do. She
can't, but her kids can, or her dog can, or something. You know, just put it in the different names. All it's going to happen.
October, CNN. Kim Kardashian did the crypto industry a favor. Kim and other celebrities beat crypto investors' lawsuit. I'm not anywhere yet. Here, there we go. CNN Business. We'll come back to this. Where was the other one? What was it? Forbes? I've lost the article.
I put it in Forbes.
It's here somewhere. I don't.
Somewhere on there, if you scroll down far enough, there's a graph of how the stock went from slowly bubbling nice and high to a complete fucking cliff dive.
I must have gone here from here.
And if you look at it, it's right around when the election and the DNC needed a bunch of money, so Bankman-Fried cashed out all the money that was in the accounts, gave it to the government, well, the DNC. And funny, it's really weird that none of the DNC paid back the money.
Do they have to?
Wouldn't you? Proceeds of crime? If I was your husband and stole $100,000 and bought you a brand new Lexus SUV, and I get arrested for stealing the $100,000, you'd have to give your SUV back because it was proceeds of a crime.
That's true. But the crime, I don't want to hear your scenario again, so we're not going to go there. But I think that there's more to it. I think that those aren't equal things.
Yeah, you can't keep proceeds of crime. So when they when they catch people selling drugs, they take their cars, their homes, everything, even though their home was given to them by their mother. They're like, nope, proceeds of crime. It's ours now. Prove it.
And so they should go to the DNC and take
empty their bank account.
That doesn't make sense. Practically, that doesn't.
So Sam stole all this money, right? And then he gave 80% of it to the DNC, which is proceeds of crime. So if Sam sold $100 million worth of drugs and gave the profits to the DNC, the police would take that money back.
But the money's already been spent.
They still take it back.
How are you going to take it? So then the other person now becomes liable for your crime?
Yes.
No.
It's called proceeds of crime.
If they can, if they are available, but to go after them for something that's already gone makes them. You're making this up.
If the bank accidentally deposited $1,000 in my account and it was their fuck up, they know it's their fuck up. I did nothing wrong other than, there's $1,000 in my account. I take it out. The bank's going to go, yeah, we fucked up. We want our money back. And they'll take it. Or they'll take me to court, sue me, and get it that way. You can't benefit
So,
from crime at
say
any way possible.
the Girl Scouts are a bad entity, right? Like they're a pyramid scheme. And they come to
Yes.
my house and I buy their cookies. I didn't
Yes.
know it was a pyramid scheme or something. And then I ate all the cookies, whatever. I'm liable for the cookies. I have to figure out how to get you your cookies back,
You'd have to refund
even though I was
whoever
tricked.
the $6. Yes,
What?
because it was proceeds of a crime. Oh no! Wait, that wouldn't work because you bought the cookies. If they were
bought
giving
the
you
crypto, or they were that was a donation. Okay, hold on. How would that work for a donation? Say the Girl Scouts
gave you cookies to sell to
Not to
fundraise money
sell.
for a new car. You lost your car. You have a disabled child. You lost your car in an accident, and now you need a new car to get your disabled child around. So the Girl Scouts gave you 10,000 boxes of cookies to sell.
That's not the same though as giving money to make advertisements, I don't think.
But I don't think they weren't given money. They were given shares that were worth money.
The DNC was given shares of
No,
crypto,
they
or
were-
they were giving donations.
No, the
money.
DNC was given money. Just type it in how
That's-
much they got, because it's public record.
But they were given money, and then the money was spent on commercials, so they have to give back
here.
the
If
money.
I'm Pablo Escobar, I'm the big drug dealer, and I gave
Uh-huh.
Trump $100 million campaign donation,
Okay.
and then they found out that that was all drug money, Trump would
Mhm.
have to give it back.
He would,
Yes, 100%.
even if he
10,000%.
spent it.
Yes.
So I don't understand. That
You
doesn't
can't
make any
benefit from
sense.
you can't benefit from the proceed of crime. It's kind of like the version of
You
the
didn't make a crime. You didn't do
no,
a crime.
you benefited from the proceeds of crime.
Yeah, but then say Trump gave me $1 million, right? And I'm like, all right, sweet.
a drug
and then I
dealer-
spent it all. I spent it on making whatever. I just dropped a bunch of rabbits into North Korea so they wouldn't starve, right? They're gone. The rabbits are gone. The money is gone. Everything, right? Then they come out and they're like, hey, you owe us that 100 or that $1 million or whatever. I have to figure out how to get the $1 million back. How long do I keep the money before it's like, okay, it's good money? I don't understand.
Never. It's never, because it's a proceed of crime. So if I'm a drug
It
dealer,
wasn't
and
a
I bought-
fucking crime when they did it. That's what I'm trying to say. It
doesn't
wasn't a
matter.
crime then, and you weren't doing crime, and you have nothing to do with the crime. How
It
long
turned out
do
it
you
was a
get a
crime.
donation before you? How long do you have to keep the donation before you can spend it so that you're not implicated in their crime?
I don't know, but I think you're always liable.
This sounds
Like
like
if I'm a drug dealer and I bought my mom a car, a brand new car in her name with cash, it's paid for. She owes no money on it. She loves that car. She drove it for 15 years or for, I don't know, 5 years, sold it. And then I get arrested for dealing drugs, and they go, where did you get the money for that car? Oh, you bought that with proceeds of drugs? Where is it now? Oh, your mother's got it? Boom. They go to your mother. Where's that money? You owe us that money. I sold the
No.
car.
No.
I think
You
so.
lost me. You had me, but you lost me here.
Do I need to put this in the book for questions for a lawyer if one
You
ever
need to
falls into
Google
our
it and
show?
figure it out, and then come back with some truth.
I figured it out. I'm
Don't
pretty
just
sure.
write it
Hang on.
down.
What's chat saying? Chat?
Chat's
Can
saying,
you benefit from the
hi
proceeds of
beautifully.
crime?
Little sister said, can you?
Hey, inappropriately said. Good morning.
We're talking
Afternoon.
about not the person who did the crime, but the other person didn't do a crime, and there hasn't been a crime. There was never a crime until years later.
Okay, if I steal a TV from Walmart and then go down to the orphanage and give it to the orphanage for the kids to watch, and I get arrested and they said, what'd you do with the TV? I said, I gave it away to the orphanage. They go and repossess that TV from the orphanage and fuck those kids.
They don't fuck those kids, but I understand how they could take that TV back.
Right.
It's
Same
a
with the
physical
money.
thing that's right there. You can't take. They've spent the money. The DNC spent it on
If they gave-
advertising.
if
Are
he-
they going to take
say he-
the advertisers back? The fucking print, the media? How are they going to get any of that back?
If I robbed a liquor store for $100 and I donated it to the orphanage and they bought food with it, the orphanage
The
is still
orphanage
li-
doesn't have to give you that money back. No,
I think they do.
no.
No? Are you how
Beautifully
confident?
says you have to pay. I say, I mean, I'm 50-50, so that's like 100% in your world.
That's 98% on me, yeah. I'm 98% sure.
So then I guess the question is how long.
I don't think it's fair or right at all. But I think that's how the government fucks you every time. You cannot benefit from the proceeds of crime, whether you know it or not.
And so if you got a donation from somebody, how long do you have to hold on to it before you can know if it was a
I don't think it matters. Like if I'm P Diddy and I made 100 million and then selling drugs, and I bought you a mansion and you lived in it for 10 years, and then they find out I bought everything with drug money, I think you lose your house. Even though you did
but
nothing
there's
wrong.
a physical thing that the money is now in. It's real estate now. It went from dollars to real estate. When you take the money as a donation and then you spend it on advertisement and media, you can't get those things back. Those aren't real.
Okay, are you with me? If it's a house, they can take the house back.
If they can track the money to the house, then sure.
Yeah, you haven't sold the house, but they can take the house. Okay, so we're agreed right up to the point where it's transferred into cash and spent.
I don't know about if that's true.
I thought we agreed up to the house.
I'm not taking notes. I don't like to agree with you because you run with it and it's retarded.
No, I'm trying to see if we can agree.
I don't know if we agree here.
That's what I'm asking.
I don't agree with your hypotheticals, no.
No, it's not. If I bought a house with my drug money and gave it to you,
okay,
can the government repossess the house?
If they can track that to your drug money, yes.
That's it. We agree. Bang. Yeah.
Okay. Now I sold the house. That house is gone now. I bought a different house. I live in. I bought. I don't know. Nothing. Let's just say I donated that money to the Red Cross from my house.
Right.
Now the Red Cross owes. Is that drug money still?
See, now you're fucking with my mind. I think you make perfect sense now, and I make perfect sense. So the only difference is if you keep that asset.
But so when the DNC got money, they're like, here's $2, $1. We'll just keep it simple. Here's $1. If they keep that dollar or buy a cup, the cup is now the dollar or the dollar is the dollar. That's fine. But they didn't. They made that into like a vapor and spread it out into things that you can't get back. They made an advertisement. How do you get that back? But I guess what you're saying is they would say you had 100 million, and
so as long as I spend the asset,
you owe
I
us
can
100 million.
I'm scot-free. So I buy you a house with my drug money. You get the house and live in it for 6 months and sell it quick, and then go start a business making donuts. No problem. Totally legitimate. Once you sell that asset, the money has now been laundered and cleaned.
Laundered, right. I think that is where it becomes, where you start laundering it.
Right. And I think they have laws and rules in place to track that laundry list to prevent that. Otherwise, it'd be too easy to launder money.
That's why they do it.
All you have to do is sell it the same day you get it. Oh, I bought a house. You bought me a house today for $1 million? Sweet. Hey, do you want to buy it for $50? Boom.
And there must be more to it. If I had a donation from the criminal has to repay. If I had a donation from the criminal, then the criminal has to repay. Oh wait, the criminal has to repay, not the person that got the donation.
Yeah, I think. Yes.
That's the opposite.
Yeah,
of
the
what
person who committed the crime.
So then the DNC wouldn't have to be on the hook. It would be SBF, and that's why the DNC doesn't have to pay back.
Partially, but if you're a man with a brain, you would have to question, where is all this money coming from? This is unusual that this person who never donated money before magically is our number 2 top donor. And it's cryptocurrency that we've been bashing on TV and in the newspapers for the last 5 years because Trump likes it.
So you're saying the DNC had to have known?
Yes.
No, that's retarded.
You don't think they knew?
No, I don't think they were like, oh, look at this fraud money we're getting from Sam Bankman fraud.
What if we looked up all the people who are in the lawsuit and see how they voted? If they all voted one way, would it change your mind?
No.
So no right-wingers.
What's the question? If they it was a collusion? It was a collusion?
I think it was 100% collusion.
And then when Sam went to court and did all this stuff and is going to jail, he's just like took it for the team because he's
That's why Sam's not going to hang himself like Epstein.
Because is that why he has 3 lawyers in this case? Because someone still has some money somewhere.
Sam's trying to stay alive. Right? If Sam disappears, then everything falls on his shoulders, right? He can't challenge. He can't say, well, they called me. I got the email from Hillary.
No. If Sam goes away, then everything goes away. He probably should be careful to not get Epsteined.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he knows that he's going to be the fall guy because he knows too much.
He already went through trial. If he knew anything, he'd have fucking said something.
No, he still got appeals.
Oh, you can't bring something up on appeal that wasn't offered in trial. Try again.
Oh, good point. Good point. No, he's gonna slip in the shower in jail. Don't you worry. There's gonna be an accident.
Maybe. I don't know.
He won't last a year in jail. All the money he still won't last a year in jail.
I want to find out about the Howdy test.
Yes. What is the Howdy test?
The Howdy test says the complaint alleges that FTX accounts were securities based on SEC v. Howie. Oh, did I say Howdy?
We
It's
both
less
said
interesting.
Howdy.
It's less
Maybe
interesting
they
if it just
misprinted
says
it.
Howie.
Maybe. We both had Howdy. How did we do that?
It's an immediate Mandela effect. If you play this back 5 seconds, you'll see it used to say Howdy.
That's crazy. We both were like, Howdy. Yeah, I want to know the Howdy. We both.
Unless they can prove they know the money gifts were proceeds of a crime. Good morning, Miss Inappropriately said. She also said, fruits of a poisonous tree, you either give it back or pay the fine for the same amount and keep the car.
I think so.
And that's if they can track it.
But I think there's crazy new
Or if you're on
rules for money
parole.
laundering. Well, like if you take anything more than 10 grand cash out, the government knows who took more than 10 grand cash out because they want to see where the money's going.
Dude, it's like 500. Do you remember when I think it was Biden, they were like any transactions over $600 the government needs to know about.
Oh,
them from the
IRS.
bank.
Yeah.
No,
So your
not the
tips-
IRS, the bank, your actual bank right here local.
Yep.
$600? What?
They're trying to kill honest people.
They that didn't go through. So, but yeah, they're trying to micromanage you to make sure that I don't know what to make sure that. I always thought we were going to collapse like Venezuela and we were going to have to like wait in line at the banks to get our money. So
Well,
I just
a couple of countries now,
I
Greece,
converted my money to gold and silver.
Yeah,
A lot
Greece
all of it.
was like to the point where you couldn't even take money out of the bank. All the banks were closed down and they had like military police blocking the doors because they just weren't letting you take money out of the banks. It was that bad. That was like 4 years ago.
Oh, my dog is trying. Nova is Canadian, y'all. Ignore him. I just put up the disclaimer. Vicky said you forgot the disclaimer. Come on in, tiny dog. Welcome to the party. Come on.
Welcome to the show.
Yes. My little dog is definitely the boss of me. You guys want to see him?
There's the
Show me a
cameo.
beautiful face. Yeah, he's the boss of things.
Are you going to
He's
get him
the-
his own camera like Vice's?
No, because I'm not gay. What I'm going to do is get him his own chair and he can be part of my show.
He needs a stool, so he's like head height with you.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'll probably take the stool and he can take my chair and then we'll be like partners.
There you go.
He's really not interested in my podcast. I've been talking to him about it. His mother's a bitch. That's why I tell him, your mother's a bitch. Who cares what you think? He's like, what? Anyways.
Even if it's true.
It is true. And I told him that's not me being mean. That's the dictionary.
It's just the facts.
That's science, buddy. Okay. This is the Howie test. It's from SEC versus Howie. 1946 Supreme Court case that involves two Floridians who invested in real estate contracts for tracts of land with orange groves. The Supreme Court held that the contracts were securities because they were a contract, transaction, or scheme whereby a person invests his money in a common enterprise and is led to expect profits solely from the efforts of the promoter or a third party. Should I read that again?
That sounds right.
A contract, transaction, or scheme whereby a person invests his money in a common enterprise and is led to expect profits solely from the efforts of the promoter or a third party. Okay.
Invest in my orange tree farm. I'm going to make millions. These oranges produce big oranges. We're going to make thousands of dollars. Just, invest in my orange. That's what they're saying. Right?
Now that you said it, I feel like I need to read it again. It doesn't say invest in my oranges at all. It says, the complaint alleges that FTX accounts were securities based on this Supreme Court case that involved two Floridians who invested in real estate contracts for tracts of land with orange groves. The Supreme Court held that the contracts were securities because they were a contract, transaction, or scheme whereby a person invests his money in a common enterprise and is led to expect profits solely from the efforts of the promoter or a third party. So he would have got profits. They would have received profits from the sale of their oranges.
Right. So they're buy these orange groves. There's no oranges on the trees right now, but in 6 months, these are going to be full of oranges. You'll make your money back in triple.
The men were not farmers, so could not influence the outcome of the venture and thus relied on the promoters or a third party for profits. The FTX interest-bearing accounts are determined to be securities. The celebrities would have a higher standard of care when endorsing the product, including financial disclosure requirements. Oh, the question of whether or not certain cryptocurrencies are securities under Howey is a major issue roiling the cryptocurrency industry, as well as Congress and financial regulators across the executive branch. While the plaintiffs in the case against FTX have asked the court to decide the securities issue up front, even if the judge rules that FTX interest-bearing accounts were not securities, the plaintiffs intend to proceed under the strict Florida Consumer Protection Law. The Consumer Protection Law bans unconscionable, deceptive, or unfair acts or practices in the conduct of any trade or commerce.
You can't do the pump and dump.
Even if he says that, even if there's no proof that that's what happened, are they supposed to have some sort of common sense to tell them that this was too good to be true?
Yes.
Okay. Thus, the FTX lawsuit begs a fundamental and interesting question. Are celebrities liable for endorsing a product that causes harm? Yes. No, I don't know. That's the question. That's all I'm saying yes to.
Have there been any products that celebrities have marketed that did cause harm? Like, smoke this cigarette.
Like the Marlboro Man.
Yeah.
Did that guy ever get sued?
I know he died of lung cancer. I think he did get sued. Yeah, he died of lung cancer, but I think he did get sued.
He did? Did Marlboro get sued or the Marlboro Man?
I think both of them. I'm pretty sure. I know people have tried to sue McDonald's for making them fat.
Yeah, that worked, right? Supersize Me. They don't. That's why they don't offer you supersize, because they have an eating disorder. So like the offering, it's like having a toast on New Year's Eve. You're like, are there any alcoholics around? And most people are like, fuck them. It's like the fat people. Fuck them. I want to just ask.
Right, fuck them.
When they have a disease. Okay, so yeah, he did die. McLaren, who had a pack and a half a day smoking habit, was diagnosed with lung cancer at 49. That's the Marlboro Man. There's nothing to say, just some words on screen. The Marlboro Man, he died of lung cancer.
See,
the first, it says, wait a minute. I don't know how I got here.
I get fact checked real time.
Another actor, David McLean, who had no. The Marlboro Man was a fictional character used in cigarette advertising campaigns for Marlboro. However, some of the actors who portrayed the Marlboro Man in the advertisements died of smoking-related illnesses. One of the most well-known actors, Wayne McLaren, died of cancer at 51. Another actor, David McLean, how do they have such similar names, who had a pack-a-day smoking habit, was diagnosed with lung cancer at 49. Despite chemotherapy and removal of one lung, he eventually got to his brain and got him. I thought one of these said that one of them didn't smoke. Another actor, Robert Norris, was recruited after it was discovered he was a friend of John Wayne. He also never smoked, and after a 12-year run as the Marlboro Man, quit the role to avoid badly influencing his children. He died at 90.
There you go. See, doubled his lifespan.
So that's somebody who decided that even though I don't smoke, because my picture is going to be associated with these in campaigns, I will
not prostitute
dope.
Myself.
And
some people have morals.
They gave him this job because he was friends with John Wayne.
Because he looked like a country boy, like your all-American Western. That's what the image they want, right?
That's funny. Did you watch the Barbie movie?
No.
Oh, there's the part of it. They become like
the Marlboro Man.
Men, like American men, like this is masculinity, and they're like,
I heard there was like some red pilling or something in there. Accidental red pills.
It's a really cute movie.
I can't type it in the download. I don't want that on my search history.
But I would say if you paid for it in the theater, I don't think you'd be upset. If somebody bought it for you and gave you the movie, you for sure would not be upset that you watched it.
Pirate Bay's free.
But if you paid for like the $60 Blu-ray, you might be real kind of annoyed that they didn't write it.
People still buy Blu-rays?
I think. I don't know.
I would
assume people have collections of movies. Just because you don't mean shit.
No, I got a DVD collection upstairs.
You never switched to Blu-ray?
I don't even have a DVD player.
Wow. Vicky said, I love your doggo. He's so funny. I was on the... So when Hurricane Hillary... I think it was Hurricane Hillary happened. I don't exactly remember. Sometime around that time period. And I was on Discord with my friends, but I was on my phone, so I was wandering around my house. I was outside, actually. And this is a story about my dog. And I go, like, I'm doing stuff. I open the gate, and I go to, like... Usually what I would do is I would open the gate, get out, and then, like, use my leg to keep my dog back and close the gate, right? Because he wants to come out front. He loves to be out front, but he only has about 5 seconds before he forgets that he has a family, and he just runs off and wants to be free.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really
I'm
annoying.
free.
He comes back. He's always come back, but it's just a lot. I figure one of
You don't
these
want
times
him to
he's going
find
to
a
run into
neighborhood
another
cat or
dog or
something.
something. So this time I'm talking to them on the phone, on Discord, blah, 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 blah. I open the gate, and he's just standing there looking at me because he does know better, despite him wanting to run. He does know better. He's sitting there, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, come on. Because I'm like waiting for him to come outside. He runs out, and as soon as he passes me, I realize, oh shit, I don't want him out here. He's not allowed to be out here. It was just
so the one
frustrating. He's
time
like,
he
yes!
waits, he gets permission. So now he learned.
Now he's so
this is
confused.
how I get out. I just have to sit and wait.
You just have to be a good boy. Yes. I was like, come on. Wait, no, not that. What was I thinking? It was the worst.
Like,
That's because our brains can't do two things at once. Did you know that?
What's that?
That your brain can't do two things at once.
Why can't it?
It can muscle memory things, like it can like autoplay something and kind of do something else, but it can't process two things at once. It can't process this conversation and also read an article. It can't process this and also read chat.
Yes, it can.
You turn off one and do the other one. You're not. That's a brain problem.
Oh no. That's
you for sure can't. So tell me more about your theory right now.
Playing rugby, you can process a whole lot at once. You got to worry about guys in front of you, behind you. You got to worry about
retarded.
not
That's the
rules.
game you're processing. You
got to
can't
worry
also...
about the pain you're feeling. You got to worry about all kinds of stuff. You can process. Type it in. How much can you process at once? I think it's like 6
You're
things.
right. Nope, you're totally right. You're fucking right.
Oh, I got one.
There's whiskey in this.
See? I just put whiskey in my... No, it's not whiskey. It's 151 in my bong. Have you tried that yet?
No.
Take water out and put vodka or like a hard spirit in it. It's way better.
Sounds awful.
It's way better.
I can't... If I smell hard alcohol, I'll just get drunk.
No, it doesn't taste like alcohol. It's different. It's... Just try it someday.
Vicky said gross, and she's a big stoner, so...
No, it changes the flavor. It makes it less harsh. I don't know what the alcohol does to the smoke, but it's...
I don't recommend. You can put actual flavors, like vape flavors. You know how they make all these fancy flavors?
Not in Canada.
with
That's
vapes?
illegal. You can't even talk that here.
Okay. No
It's
wonder
crazy.
you have issues, Nova. That was chat. Also me.
Did you see that blunt I bought for the first time? I think I emailed it to you.
Did you send
It'd be
me a
under
picture of the
weed.
blunt?
It'd be the subject headline, whatever you put in there. So these blunt papers, but they're not papers. It's an actual like plant leaf that's pre-rolled, dried, and inside the filter has a little flavor bubble in it. And when you stuff your blunt all nice and full, and when you're ready to smoke it, you pop that little bubble.
Oh. Like Crush. Do you remember Camel Crush? Did you ever have a Camel Crush? One of us is lagging. It's probably me. I'm opening up my ear.
And I'm back. Or you back.
Do you remember Camel Crush?
Camel Crush. No.
Oh my god.
Candy Crush.
No. That's how...
When did you get an upgrade? You went from a lawyer to a doctor?
Yeah.
I'm just a lawyer, apparently. Allegedly.
Candy Crush was a regular cigarette, but if you crushed the thing in the middle of the filter, it turned into a menthol. So it was the perfect pack of cigarettes to share with somebody. Because sometimes you want a little menthol, and sometimes you want a little tobacco.
I used to like rolling joints with menthol tobacco, but now it's illegal.
Oh, they were so good. Let's look it up.
Cherry
They
pipe
probably
tobacco? Oh, it's my favorite.
That sounds yummy.
Anybody wants to break the law in chat, I would send you money for some cherry pipe tobacco.
Our chat is better than that.
No, Darth's in our chat. Come on.
He's not going to break the law for you.
Yes, he would.
He might.
He's one of them good old boys.
Negative.
Yeah, look for that email I sent.
I'm looking. I was looking up Camel Crush, but yeah, you're right. I was doing another thing.
Headline. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is, but that just the leaf you smoke makes your weed taste 10 times better, because I had old shit weed from last year I was trying to use up. So like, oh, waste it on this blunt and try that. It was so nice. I'm telling you, everyone's got to try it.
It was a watermelon flavor?
That's what I had, yeah.
Yum. I just had watermelon Rockstar, the fruit punch. They make a watermelon. It tastes just like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. It's so good.
Go to that King Palm, I think's the name of it, their website. They'll show like all their different flavors. I'm ordering like their extreme kit here as soon as I get some money.
Chat. I would say send him some money, but it doesn't. Unfortunately, the money not connected to Nova. There's a middleman. Okay, let's see.
What's up, guys? Welcome. It's a Friday afternoon.
I think I timestamped this. This is how people OD on marijuana. This is crazy porn if you like weed. Not sexual porn.
This is porn. 1 ounce wax wrapper Canada.
You have never seen something like this ever.
Blunt that burns for 2 hours. The world's best blunt. I don't know how we got here. I was gonna read P. Diddy's lawsuit, but this is a little better. I don't
look
care
for the.
about
I think it's like 6 minutes in.
Making the base. He's doing it all. This is just him making one of these?
Just one. This is how people overdose on weed.
No way. I'd like to try to smoke an ounce an hour. Was it an ounce an hour? Let's ask the internet.
It takes 2 hours to burn because it's. I don't think you'd want to try this one.
How to OD on weed. What if I did a 24-hour subgrift where I smoke weed for a gram for every sub? Would I die?
No.
A gram's kind of a lot. No?
You get real sleepy though. A bowl per sub maybe, not a gram.
A bowl. Okay, so a hit, a snapper.
Yeah, just a little bowl.
Snapper per sub. I think I should do that.
That's fair. That's like a shot of fucking.
And if it doesn't go well, you're fine. And if it goes really well, you're fine.
Right. There's not really a lose.
Yeah, there's no lose. I don't think you can really OD on this weed. I'm not gonna lie. I asked the
Go back to the video and just skip to like where he's got his final product.
I did. He wasn't.
No, you didn't.
I did. I skipped through the whole shit. It wasn't good.
No, you didn't.
I swear.
She's lying.
I'm pretty sure I did.
We all have eyeballs.
I was scrolling over. It never got interesting. I swear.
Because you didn't get to the end.
The end is interesting. It's over. That's the most.
No, get to the end.
No, we got to figure out how to OD on weed. Can you OD on weed?
I've OD'd on a sucker. I know.
You didn't OD. You greened out. Did you? That's not the same. Weed may be less toxic than other drugs.
I have definitely overdosed on marijuana.
THC overdose amount. There is no fixed amount that is enough to cause THC poisoning. Some people tolerate marijuana while others do not. How much weed will cause OD varies for different individuals. Tolerance, body size, other drugs, alcohol. Various strains have different potency.
Do you think body size matters?
Yeah.
Like, do you think it's harder for fat people to get high?
I think it's harder for them to sober up.
But get high? Do you think it's hard? I don't think
it's hard for them to get high. It's chemical based. I mean, yeah. Technically.
Like a gram of cyanide would kill me, and a gram of cyanide would kill a fat person the same, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
Questions.
But cyanide kills you and weed doesn't, so these aren't comparable questions.
No, yeah, the expert, the metabolism matters.
No way to overdose, but there are side effects that get worse the more you use. Body size and metabolism matter.
So yeah, a small, skinny person could like process it quicker if they're like a hyper person.
Really? Is that why I have to smoke so much weed?
Yep.
I always thought I had a problem. It's not me at all. It's my size.
Right. You're just coming down quicker.
I'm closer to the ground, so I need some more weed.
All right, go back to the picture or that video.
No.
Come on now. Come on. You got to show
I
chat.
might have lost it. Okay.
No,
Okay.
no, no,
Let me go back. Let me figure out how to go back.
It looks like you want to eat. It looks so good you want to eat it.
It doesn't. I just got to go back to my history. Here it is. I remember. See, look at this. 6 minutes. I'm at 6 minutes. I was scrolling like this. Boing, boing, boing.
Keep going.
boing.
Go,
Don't
go,
care,
go,
don't
go,
care,
go,
don't care,
go,
don't
go,
care,
go, 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 go. Right here. Play. Your blunt's inside that. They're wrapping that like a candy coating. Seal it up. Now they're going to roll that in crystal.
Crystal? Is that what
do
you
call it?
say?
What do you call it?
Keef?
Keef? Okay, Keef.
No, keep calling it crystal. Please, for the rest of your life, call it that. That's wonderful. So this is like basically wrapped in a moon rock.
In a what? You call it a moon rock?
A moon rock, yeah.
What's a moon rock?
Just believe me.
Okay.
Just find a moon. It's soaked in like, I don't know, THC resin or something.
Would you attempt this?
I would, absolutely. That's it. That's it.
I thought that was crazy. I don't think I would attempt that one.
What?
That's a lot of THC.
What would be the problem? Oh, because you greened out once, so you have a fear. I've never happened
Yes.
to me. I don't think it's possible. So I would fuck with 3 of these today.
It's so
Don't care.
possible.
It does look like very Christmassy. Thank you for making me play the end of that. Yeah, so you can't die of marijuana. Disorientation, hallucinations, extreme confusion. I know somebody who eats weed.
Yes.
Like they do the edibles, the can of butter and the gummies and shit, and they trip out. Like they go to Disneyland and just trip out on shit.
Have you ever hallucinated? I don't think I have.
No.
I've been high as fuck, but I've never like seen something that wasn't there.
Same. Never. I would smoke it. I've greened out a few times. I'll keep smoking. You've greened out?
Yes, it's possible.
I know it's possible. I'm just surprised. She doesn't seem like a bitch.
Right in the feelings.
Oh, I was just kidding. I was just joking, Nova.
I don't think we're bitches. I think we took it to the extreme where you haven't even tried yet.
Let's go. You can come on my 24-hour stream and try to green me out.
Hey, I just harvested it.
What'll happen? Will I just start throwing up? I think
No,
that's...
no, you just get so sleepy. You just got to lay down. Your head's, everything's spinning even when you're laying on your bed. You just got to sleep it
I
off.
feel like I think I could just... I have a chair in here. I could just take a little nap.
It was just like, I only had half of a sucker and I was like crawling on my hands and knees to my bed.
Now they know that my bitch joke isn't a joke. Damn it. Just kidding. I greened because I smoke so much. Yeah. That's a lot. We're not going to get into the allegations against Puff Daddy. Not today. Not today. Not ever,
Did you
I
check
think,
the
because it's settled.
King Palm website to see what I was smoking? That I think everybody should try?
You just said no, don't. Are you sure? Okay. No, I didn't try it, but non-spons, go to King Palm. I have the picture. I'll show them the picture.
I just thought you could see all their different flavors and products.
Can you see it?
So good.
Whoa, that's extreme.
It holds 1 gram exactly.
1 gram?
Yes, per blunt. So you can buy your blunts in sizes. So it's a full gram or a half gram or a 2 gram or a 10 gram, whatever. That's how you size them.
Oh, damn. I call it whiting out over here. My lips turn white. We call it whiting out? That's cool.
I've never seen someone's lips go white. Unless it's in the cold.
Did you catch any of Cool Frog's drama yesterday?
No. What was going on? What happened?
No.
Anything good?
It's fucking retarded. I think it's good. I vacillate between like butting in and putting my big stupid nose in it and just like letting it just fizzle away. I don't know what to do. I think I'm just going to keep thinking about it, I suppose. I have
Flip
a
a coin
thumbnail.
and let fate decide. That's how I answer a lot of questions.
Flip a coin like a serial killer. I love that.
Right? Like, if you don't, should I buy it? Should I not? You're right on the fence. Just let fate decide. Then you did nothing wrong.
That's true. That's my thumbnail for the Should I Do It stream.
When's this one?
It'll be at 6 p.m. at some point. Okay, so this Thursday is Thanksgiving. That means I'm not going to have a show on Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
So my show for Thursday was supposed to be remote viewing.
Yes.
And I took the PDF of that down from like 300 plus pages to 35 pages. I just got rid of all the trash that was just trash.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Have you watched Men Who Stare at Goats?
I'm familiar with it.
It was a movie based on remote viewing, like the actual CIA papers. I think it was George Clooney and like some other top movie stars in it. But it never got like big traction. It was more like just a cult thing because it was hilarious. But they were trying to like blow up goats with their minds, and it was like a CIA program where they'd stare at goats and try and hurt the goats, thinking about them and giving them evil thoughts.
Yeah, I don't. There's a second one, right? Were there two movies that go with that?
Is there? I don't know. I only knew the one with George Clooney because I bought it when I was stoned one day on DVD. It's upstairs, I think.
The donuts are 1.5, 2.5 grams per pre-roll. I guess I don't understand how big a gram is. I found this. I'll show you. I found this little weed container. You know, like OG, like film canister from back in the day.
Yeah, just travel pouch.
I looked at it and I set it down and I picked it back up. I was like, this is kind of sad. Like, I remember having to buy weed. Imagine like you went and you bought your weed and this is all you have.
Oh man, I remember those days. Like you try and stretch a gram. That's why we would mix our weed with tobacco, is to try and take a gram and make it last like 2 or 3 days.
Ugh, that sucks. It's been
hiding
so long.
just trying to hide 1 gram from like your parents.
This says 1 gram on the top. Imagine you roll up a blunt. The person, like, I guess it makes sense why it would last 2 hours, but.
Now, when you guys would like, when me and my friends would all get together in high school, like at someone's house to smoke because their parents were gone away for the weekend, we would all bring our weed together and roll a communal joint. So it wasn't just one guy with all the weed, like not sharing. But then we always had that one friend who would never bring any weed, and he'd just sit off to the side until we felt bad for him.
Yeah, but that's sad because if he doesn't have any money, I was that guy. I grew up that guy. My mom was like,
"Oh no, we hustled
or
for
you
money.
Don't get no money."
We hustled for money. We did everything. We used to clean windshields, mow lawns, pick apples, pick drippings.
Pick what?
Anything. When apples drop from the ground and they lay in the grass, they're called drippings. And then we pick those up, and that's what your apple juice is made of, is the dirty ground apples.
Oh, that's cool. That makes sense. I didn't have a lot of options for that. I think I would have worked to make a little money, but the only, like, we would get, I don't think my mom really gave us allowance. It was like, you live here and you have to do this shit because you live here.
Yeah. Well, no, that like that. But we like, if we wanted money for alcohol and weed and stuff, we just go fundraise.
There was never any extra money for that. I was like hoping to have $1 so that when my friends would go through the drive-through, I wouldn't be like, I'm not thirsty. They're like, bitch, you're not? Okay.
So we would like fundraise for
No,
our
I'm
basketball
poor.
team. We would put our jerseys on and go out. Like, it was part of the money would go back to our team, but our coach would put us out there and we stand in front of the liquor store. Hey, donate to our team, donate to our team. We'd pull in like $800 in a night. We'd keep 400, give our coach 400. He'd be shocked over the moon that we raised $400. He was happy as a pig in shit. We had $400. He had $400. That would be our weekend.
My sister said definitely no allowance in our house. Beautifully and Vicky are both giving major thanks. Giving thanks, some people erase themselves from my life. Giving thanks that I've finally seen the light. Giving thanks I'm not married to him. Giving thanks that it's not my shame. Giving thanks I no longer feel obligated. They are some thankful women's.
Yeah.
Maybe we should stream on Wednesday. I said
do thankful stream?
On Wednesdays we wear pink. So if we're going to be accused of being mean girls, I mean, fuck it, right?
Might as well be in character.
I mean, it's funny because it's like you called me a mean girl before I did any mean shit.
Who did?
I haven't done anything, and I'm
Who
not
called you a
sans
mean girl?
receipt. This fucking.
I'm out of the loop.
It's just the drama frog.
Oh. Speaking of drama frog, did you see Josh exposed Farron and Spectre and all those people for trying to bomb Nick Rekieta's fucking locals? and Josh caught them all because they were all logging on in the same minutes, and he literally put them all on blast.
Wait, whoa. Now this sounds
He
interesting.
even bring her name up, Farron.
Wait. Beautifully said, no allowance here either. Get a job. Yeah, we were definitely 90s, or I guess we call ourselves 80s kids, because
Like my parents and all my friends' parents, because it was the 80s, used to drink and party. So we would collect all their empties and take them back and get the refunds for them back then. There was money for what we wanted.
Is there a clip on Alyssa?
I think so.
YouTube.com. I'm gonna go to listen, chat. We're done with Tom Brady. He's gonna. Well, honestly, sorry that was trash. We're done with P Diddy because I can't go there with Nova. It's not gonna be fun. And
What did I do?
Nothing. Just the way that you, just the way that you are with these kind of accusations. It's kind of. I don't want to do it. It's fine. I just feel like it's not
am I
necessary.
agreeing or not agreeing?
I mean, you're just being Nova. It's fine. I just don't want to do it.
Gotcha.
What am I looking up on YouTube? Oh,
Alyssa clips.
Alyssa clips.
So apparently there's a whole clan of people that are trying to gun guard for Nick.
Oh, my fucking shock.
But they're so bad at it that they're getting exposed.
Swatted again, Rumble negotiations, Maddie, Rekieta segment, Spectre Gadget, the Rekieta thread, Christian apologetics. Oh, he's got petty privilege. Gross. Rumble renegotiations, sorry Kiwi Figs. Oh my Lance.
It should be a more recent one.
And this is just.
I can't see.
Scrolling, you can't see this? Oh, okay, hold on. Let me add this to the screen. Everybody, if y'all follow this is for your shame. These
It's
are your
the
fucking
downward spiral of Nick Rekieta's life.
people. Look at this.
And those orbiters who choose to go with him to the bottom.
They were already on the bottom. They're not losing anything.
There one, the Inspector Gadget one.
This one?
Yeah.
The Rekieta thread? How long is this?
Yes.
5 minutes. Nice.
Mute.
My child has a job. Nova free stream. My child is almost making as much money as my husband, and he ain't even 30 yet. Yeah,
Good on you. That's good
Dicky's-
parenting. That's what that is.
That's right.
It's on mute. A little hot.
Did she put this music in? Or he did?
No, Josh, I think.
It appears we've got a proper
little hot. There we go.
mystery on our hands.
Say it again.
Instead
It was coming in a little loud. The music
too
was.
loud?
It's good now.
of talking about random bullshit, I'm going to cut right to the chase and discuss what I have learned today. There is a thread on a website called Kiwi Farms dedicated to a man who has allegedly placed his testicles inside his wife's asshole with a baldo. And this act,
if the rumors on the
When
internet,
nobody
it must
told
be
you
true.
what doggy style was, you just try to figure it out on your own.
Remember Rekieta
Much
law.
contention.
If there's rumors on the internet, it must be true. That's his legal defense.
Yeah, I did learn that from an attorney.
Around the world. And some people are indignant that this sexual act has been made fun of. And now there is fallout from this. Allow me to explain, chat. Someone complained to me today. And so Josh, actually it was one of my mods. So Josh, I'm pretty sure there is some shenaniganery happening in the Rekieta thread. Can you investigate? And sure enough, I presumed, because if you don't recall, Rekieta had a locals thing where he encouraged 40-year-old women to go topless for him because that excited him sexually. And I warned him that if you were to do this, if you were to encourage these people, these wine moms, to go full leather on locals, they would develop feelings, as women do, and the fallout of this would be long lasting, and it
Randy, I
maybe
love
will
you.
never go away. So a couple months ago, someone named Cynthia Behave joined the forum and started white knighting for Kate in his thread, as sometimes happens. And then I
we
believe they
call her Cynthia, but I'm sure that Maddie will get this right eventually, right, Josh?
I think he figures it out.
were thread banned because they kept derailing the thread, which happens. You're not allowed to white
She's
knight
a
in a
fucking
thread
drunk.
because
She
that
doesn't know how to
causes
keep things on the
disruption.
rails.
People can't talk about what they normally do. It's just generally not welcome.
The
But
wine moms are
instead of banning people, what we do is we just move those posts to a mass debates thread, and we say, if you want to argue about this topic, you still have a thread for it. Cynthia Behaves was not okay with this and decided to create other accounts, and their friends apparently also made other accounts. So as I did some investigation, I discovered that Cynthia Behave had access.
If this really does lead to Farron, I just want to, for the record, state that she threatened me so many times with being on Kiwi Farms and they're looking for you and all this shit. To have her show up before me is just hilarious. The law cow's gonna law cow.
Access to, or had specifically created for themselves, 6 other accounts: Judy Gemstone, Geared Chris, Rami Behave, Lumberlicker, Kurt's Depression, and Monteshaft. Some of these
Shut the fuck up. Those are the names they went. Kurt's Depression, Monty Shaft. What was the other one?
Kurt wronged her or hurt her feelings, so he's evil for life.
Hilarious.
No, it's so recent.
I'm not sure if you could see the joy emanating out of me, but
I
this
see
is
your
the part where I
aura.
go straight
I see
to
your
hell.
aura throbbing.
It's so funny.
They were created yesterday and had 0 posts. Were all accessed by the same person from Northeast Illinois, who apparently a well-known Ricada simp lives.
Really?
So I spent
mom
my
and dad?
morning investigating this, and I published my findings. I cleaned up all these sock accounts that had existed for the sole purpose of causing disruption in the Ricada thread. And I believe there's probably 3, maybe even 4 people who are working together and sharing accounts to try and create a wall of dissent in the Ricada thread. And as I announced this finding,
I wonder if it's the Illuminati group.
a man comes out named Zelensky the Nazi, and it says, it tells me that Farron, someone named Farron, lives in Illinois. Not sure where Cynthia lives, but Farron 100% lives in Illinois. And as it turns out, one of my mods the same day had indicated to me that Zelensky the Nazi is probably Spectre, the same
No.
Spectre that had given illegal legal advice to somebody in a lawsuit and pretends to be a spec ops marine / lawyer, a combat lawyer, if you will.
A stolen
so
valor.
as it turns
So you trying to tell me he's Dr. Spectre, Esquire, PDA, DGAF? That's what you mean?
Yeah.
So from this post, that's also Spectre, and for sure, with Spectre's haunting guise
Spectre.
now lingering over the Ricada thread, we can be sure that there are converging Discord cliques now having a fight in the Ricada thread, and we're gonna need some special attention given, I guess, to figure out what to do about it.
They're going to have an Olympics? Is that what he said?
They're going to challenge for it.
These are some Special Olympics I'll fucking bet on.
These are big brain logic thinkers. They're smarter than everybody. This was just a slip.
Generally speaking, when people do this kind of shit, the best thing to do is like to identify new accounts that are obviously just there to shit up one thread, and then ignore them and also report them. So don't they'll keep coming back forever if people in the thread spurg out every single time they do, even if they get banned immediately and everything gets deleted. Like the most aggressive ones will be self-motivated just from even like a single reply, even if it takes them like 20 minutes to get an account. They'll do it literally forever. But if people in the thread don't reply, they're a lot less motivated and they'll give up after a while. So there are literally they're making like 8 different accounts and sharing passwords with each other. And now that I've kind of shown my hand and I've identified that I can like link accounts like this, they're for sure gonna like change their tactics so that this can't work anymore, and people are just gonna have to be more alert to the fact that there's like literally 4 or 5 people who are actively working to try and cause problems in Ricada's thread. So that's my Inspector Gadget moment for the day.
So that was that. These people are lame when it comes to naming dynamics, trash, tracks, born, yawn, boring, autism, leaves. Bye.
Peace.
You don't have
You want to
to
start that again from the beginning now?
Let's see. There was another one here. The Ricada segment.
Yeah,
Interested
everyone's
or
going
no?
down.
I don't want to watch it. It's like
I don't
way
think
harder
they
to watch
talk.
Ricada
I think they're
show.
all just talking about how gay they are behind the scenes, and that Valhalla knows that he's got secrets and dirt on Nick, and that's why Nick tolerates everything he says. I think they had sex.
No, gross.
I think they had sex. Why do you think Gosney keeps accusing Nick of fucking trying to make out with him when he's drunk?
I mean, I think a lot of those are just jokes.
And Nick coming out and saying every man's gay.
That's not a joke. Like, what is all this? This is just one show?
Just clips out of it. Oh, go to channel Intervito. See what you think about Nick.
Inner
Scroll
Vito?
down. Just scroll down a little bit. No, scroll down.
It's one of these.
There.
Channel.
17
Ricada
seconds.
channels his inner veto. 17 seconds. Dear algorithm, forgive me for clicking on this trash.
Shelly says, just as you apologize.
Shelly, why they
So
start?
someone's suggesting Nick apologize, and Nick's response is,
Shelly says, just as you apologize for raping our one child. I will never apologize for raping your one child. Your child deserve it. They wore a skirt that was too short.
Ozzy's like,
Sorry, I was literally.
Ozzy wishes he had some throw up to suck on right now. He's like,
right,
man, if I...
right. Do you think Ozzy's going back? You can look how drunk Nick is. His eyes are glassed right over. He's just fucking full vetoed the pedo.
Ew.
Well, now he defends cuties.
Wait, he does?
Yes,
Vito,
now
or you're
he
talking Ricada?
Ricada. Now, after he made a video a couple of years ago when it came out saying that it was pedophile-ish and all this other stuff, Ricada has made a new video that he now defends cuties as free speech. Whether you like it or not, it's free speech, and it needs to be what it is.
So that's very much like his lawyer behaves.
Yeah,
His
yes.
satanic temple
Satan orbiters.
supporting
They're into the
child
dark side.
pornography. They hit Randazza, his lawyer, argues that child pornography, the possession of it, should not be illegal because no one is harmed in the possession
Right.
of it.
Yeah, don't worry about those kids. They're just part of Satan's plan.
Edgelord Ricada will come around to saying it. And guess what? No one's going to fucking care because much like a lot of right-wing, I don't know what you would call them, they're like their daddy creatures. They can do whatever. Oh, it was a joke, or oh, it's funny, or oh, because he said it, because he's based in everything else. He'll get a pass.
I don't know why people think Nick. Well, everyone knows he's nothing but a liar, but why does anyone that's still on the right think Nick is on the right?
What do you say? When you
Nothing
say
he says or
everyone
does
knows?
has any values other than he says, I'm a Christian. That's it. He's not a Christian. He just says it. And then he does whatever he
thinks
wants.
that we didn't need to kill Jesus. He says that was a mistake. But God, in all his wisdom, decided, I'll fix this.
Right.
That's how much of a Christian Nick Ricada is.
But Provigil and whiskey makes more sense to Nick. Like his brain's fucked. He needs at least 6 months sober before he can ever think normally again.
I have a question about that. If your brain, can you get so far gone from using alcohol and
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can kill your brain with alcohol. 100%. My old man did it. So
and then if it's unrepairable, right? It's not like one of those in 7 years it's going to
no, once your brain, your brain doesn't. Your liver can regenerate, but your brain cannot.
That's so like the second part of my issue with coming forward with all of the other drama shit was like, if I'm dealing with retards, like I think since I'm not retarded, I should be the one that calibrates how I go about this because I really
Yes,
do think I'm
certainly.
dealing with retards. Like if their
Certainly.
brains can't function, then am I the retard for, playing this game with them? I don't want to become the retard.
Right, because no matter how much, I don't know, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I know there's people that no matter how much logic and reason you put in front of them, they will not accept, absorb, comprehend, consider. Like they're so stuck in their own mind that they can't even consider an outside thought. You don't even want them to accept it. Just say, consider it though. No, I can't even consider that thought. Like that, their brain is so, I don't know, damaged that they can't input any information that contradicts old or current.
It's a lot.
And the best information is the truth, which everyone hates.
Well, that's the problem, is that a lot of the information got put forward as the truth. And it's like, okay, I don't know. It's so much.
Can I know the details with like Muppet names?
Oh,
like the situation without names or something.
I don't think it matters if you know names. It's like, there's a live. Cool Frog did a live yesterday. You could go listen to that.
Okay.
If you really want to know. He did a live. It's going to make no sense, but it's hilarious to listen to word salad be created right in front of you. It's like, okay. It's maddening. It's like, it's just maddening. And there's, when, I don't want to say too much. I don't know if I want to get into it, but it's like, the only person that it matters to doesn't care. So I'm at that point where I'm like, do I make it the public's business to see what they're dealing with? I'm familiar with the public not understanding how to take this information,
Yes, yes. I know.
So it's like, listen, what happened with Farron did not go the way I expected it to go. Not at all. My intentions weren't to be what happened. So if I, again, show some receipts for some bullshit, is it going to go bad in a way? Because I'm dealing with ignoramuses. Who's going to be helped at the end, I guess, is where I'm at.
I just see what you're saying. Yeah. Are they just, if you give proof, are they just going to get twice as mad and ignore it?
Well, like beautifully said, yes, because he's blaming Vicky. It does come down to the fact that he chose to scapegoat one of my friends, and then he decided to do it publicly.
Oh.
There's a part of me that wants to be like, okay, well, for the record, Yana, here's this. So he called Vicky a homewrecker yesterday, public.
What?
Yeah.
For no
And
reason,
it's like,
just to be a dick or just to
yeah,
get.
listen to his show. There's no reason. I just don't get it. It makes no sense. Why is this happening? I'm not even sure why. I'm like, oh, do you need the receipts? If there are blanks, I can fill in the blanks. But in
Is
the
it just
meantime,
a bridge burning?
Yeah.
Some people do that. If you're hanging around YouTube long enough, you'll realize that communities get together and then someone does something and then they just burn the bridge to this whole sector and think they're going to go get a new sector. And then when they go find the new sector, there's nothing there. And then they try to go back and build the bridge.
I got the chat open from earlier, but I can't see the show anymore. Rumble is down. Not sure
That's
if I
weird on
like
my
it or
end.
hate it. Vicky said it's not just the village, it's not just the bridge, it's a whole village. No, I do think that Cool Frog would prefer to just burn the whole shits down, because that would make everything go away. That's why he's on double time and triple time, behaving the way he is.
And then it wouldn't be his fault. It
real
would be
messy.
everybody else's fault.
Oh, it started as everyone else's fault. There is one common denominator, though.
That's what I mean, right? Like Ethan Ralph, Nick Ricada, everything's someone else's fault. They can find a way to make everything bad.
What I think has to happen is we'll have to pull up the original video and then answer it, because it's so convoluted on their end what's happening. It's just fucking bonkers. It is so bonkers.
I'll watch that show. You can teach me. Because I'm impartial. I have no horse in the race. I know nothing. So I can give a complete, unbiased opinion.
Well, then, yeah, you definitely need to be in the audience for that one. It's so much.
Because I say stuff you don't like all the time.
That's why I like you, because you're not afraid to say the thing that like you probably shouldn't have said.
Right. Oh no, I agree. I don't have a filter.
Yeah. Well, you don't mind being disliked for your opinion, and you don't mind being wrong. The problem is you do it with the dumb smile on your face, so it's aggravating. You're like, stop being so happy about being wrong.
But I learned something new.
I know, but still.
Life gives you lemons, make margaritas.
Amen. Amen. Okay. So then tomorrow we're going to be talking about the third. Are we on number 3? The subtle art of not giving a fuck?
Yes, we are.
Let me see.
People
What's
like that book. We got like 40 yesterday with that. So. Well, not yesterday. The last show we had 40 something.
It's a decent book. Chapter 3 is You Are Not Special.
Oh yeah.
It says, I once knew a guy, we'll call him Jimmy. Jimmy always had various business ventures going, so that'll be the story for tomorrow. Something about Jimmy.
You are not special.
You are not special. And then since
now you need a mosaic of all the not special people we know.
I have a whole family tree of it. I drew it in paint a while ago. None of y'all's is special. So then, let's see. A couple things. Okay, so last week I told you guys, remember we stopped early because we were going to do a Bible study. We stopped our Tuesday show
how did that go?
That led to today's Drama with Cool Frog, if I'm being honest.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so sorry in advance for anybody who's here, or in retrospect, I guess. Sorry in the past, whatever the words are. That didn't happen. When we went to go live, we were told that Lady Frog didn't want to go live. She was uncomfortable with it, and so we didn't. We're like, oh, dude, we don't need to fucking air this on the TV. Let's just do a regular show. So that didn't go live because she wasn't comfortable, and I would rather have somebody be comfortable than please an audience. Sorry, audience.
It'd be like trying to force you to do a show when you first started. You would have hated it.
Oh my God, I would have died. And that's what I was doing. I'm like, I know how you feel. I want to cancel every show right before I hit live. So I know the feeling. So that, and then on Sunday I was going to have a show, but that got canceled because of scheduling difficulties. So there were 2 shows that I promised that didn't happen this week. I apologize. I try not to have that happen. So what I think I'll do is move my Thursday show up to Wednesday so that we can keep on schedule with that book. If I stay on schedule, the last day will be January 2nd. That way we're ready for the new year with our new no giving a fucks attitude. So that's the plan. What we might do is 2 shows. What I might do is do the show with you and then come back later and do the Mean Girl show.
Okay, yeah, that'll work.
So
I have a show idea too. We should do a relationship advice one.
Who's gonna are we just gonna Google it?
Yeah, we'll do, I don't know. We'll give advice. We'll take questions from chat. Personal anecdotes of situations I've been in. See what chat thinks.
I mean, are you in a relationship?
No.
Yeah, and I've been married for a long time, so I don't know shit about shit.
See, two different world opinions. We have 2 different views.
We need somebody who's dating, like right now, actively dating.
What's your sister doing?
Are you hitting on my sister? Okay, no.
I asked her what she was doing.
She doesn't count. She has a whole life. She doesn't date like a regular person dates.
But she's actively trying, right?
That's the thing. Since she has a life, actively trying doesn't look like what I think we would think actively trying looks like.
I think people who have a life actively date in their job.
Girl, tell me if you're dating somebody from your job. I don't know if she's still here. We'll call
I think
her.
that's your.
Who you
I think
dating
that's
at
what
your
you're stuck
job?
with. Like when I used to work 12-hour shift work, half the plant were in relationships or married or cheating on their husbands because 12 hours of their day they're working with these people. They go home and sleep for 8 hours, so they only see their significant other for like 3 hours a day.
Yeah, she's had her career for a long time, so I think most of the people she works with are like family, friends, or enemies. You know,
Yeah.
I think she's already boned the ones that she's gonna bone.
That's what happened at my job.
Allegedly.
People would have to switch entire shots because it was someone's ex who was now dating, and they would literally rearrange the whole company to keep people apart from each other. Like,
Because they were boning their ex. In
Yeah,
my little
one-
town, they say that you don't lose your girlfriend, you just lose your turn.
right? Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Like your
Because we
money.
had one of our managers got caught getting a blowjob from his new hire's wife in front of a window where people were walking by and could see it.
The new hire's wife did it? How'd he manage that?
No, the new hire, it was his wife was already there, and her husband got hired on as a new guy. Yeah.
Oh my
And then
God.
they thought that the windows, you couldn't see in these windows because during the day, when it's sunlight, you can't.
I love that for everyone.
But when you turn the
except
light
him.
on inside, you now can.
What a bunch of idiots. They deserve that.
No one got fired. They just moved them to 2 different shops.
Well, you shouldn't get fired for that. That
Oh
sounds
no, they
consensual.
fired 2 of the special needs people for having sex on the job. So they would hire these
They
people
did?
called flower cart workers, and they would do like the sweeping of the floors and the garbage cans and the stuff you don't have to think to do, right? And they would be out in the smoke shack, and they got caught on video having sex in the smoke hut at work and got fired.
Well, how come the other ones didn't?
That's what we all said. So we all wrote like 200 people signed this petition to keep the retards. Because we hated the guy who got caught getting the blowjob. We wanted him fired. So we were like, we got to support the retard to make him look bad. So we passed a paper around and all like, no, bring them back. They were great workers. Always had a smile on their face. They learned their lesson.
Yeah, but did they just fire the retards because they knew that they weren't going to retaliate?
Yes, that. Because they
There
would have
has to be
hired.
something more. There has to be another piece to that that you don't know.
Because, well, flower cart is like a government subsidized job. So they would just go to some other company and work a subsidy. So they didn't lose their job. They just lost working
They just asked them to stop coming to that place.
that factory. Yeah. So
We
that's
have that
another
here.
dirty way our company gets around minimum wage is they hire government disability workers. So the government pays half the money, Michelin pays half, and they took a job away from a normal person.
I don't know, took a job away from a normal person. If the normal person was doing it, it wouldn't be available.
No, a normal person was doing it. And then when they got it dumbed down to the point where they didn't need training, they just needed average functioning people.
I don't
Like, so
I don't
flower
mind that.
carts,
We
they're
have
not like droolers and stuff. They can drive
Mhm.
cars,
Yeah,
but they
yeah.
can't do long division.
We have it here too. It's called DART. They're the DART
Yes.
employees,
Yeah, I know.
and they're basically they're developmentally delayed. They
Yeah,
slow.
they're not
They
retarded,
need
they're just-
constant supervision. No, these ones are probably classified as retarded.
Yeah, they
I
would need
think.
supervision. So yeah, but not like someone holding their hand. So
Right,
one
right.
one guy would just walk around and kind of float and help.
Or sometimes they don't even really work, but they go somewhere for a day and hold a
Just
broom
to
and
go out in
think
society,
like they
yeah.
feel like they're contributing. I actually
Yeah,
like those programs. I
Yeah,
think
in,
that's
in
a
my
great
school
idea.
growing up, we had the special class, and they would be they'd have recess and lunch with all the kids.
Yeah.
The grade 6 kids were privileged because we could go down and read to the special needs kids and not have to go to class.
Really?
Yeah, I get out of class all the time. Could I go down and read fucking Little Red Riding Hood to fucking this one special needs kid? He was.
They just
I
gave
always
us
picked the worst
kindergarten.
one because he didn't. He would just sit there and rock.
That's
I
the
didn't
one
have
you
to-
wanted?
Yeah, because I didn't have to have conversations. They didn't want to hold my hand. They didn't want me to walk him somewhere.
Oh.
So he was just sit there and he would just smile and rock. I'd read him books all day.
That fly just sat
Get
right
'em?
on the mic. No, I don't think so. Supposedly, when flies take off, they take off backwards before they go forward. So if you try
I can see that logic.
if a fly is facing this way and you hit him like this, whoosh, you're gonna get him because as soon as he realizes you're showing up, he smashes into your fly swatter.
I know a girl. She used to catch them. She would do go in with her hands closed and open and then close because she said that opening her hands would create a suction, so the fly would get sucked in between.
No,
Because if you
that
smoke, like
could
next
work.
time you blow out smoke, go like this and watch the smoke curl. And she would catch them all the fucking time. Like, you're fucking crazy. How you came
I
up with
catch
that?
flies because you gotta get 'em from behind him. If you catch a fly like this, say he's sitting here on the counter, just go. Whoosh, you catch a fly every fucking time.
How do you not own a salt gun yet?
I do have an assault rifle.
No, a salt gun. Haven't you seen those? They're for shooting flies.
It's an assault rifle. I'll show you.
Oh, it is too. Shit, she's got me. I gotta put some light on in here. Well, she's up. I'm gonna put the light on. Hold on, chat. Here, light. There we go. Getting dark in Canada. I had to turn some lights on. Oh, baby, look at that.
Oh,
Double barrel. That's America right there.
America. The safety goes on every time, like seriously. What the hell, guys?
See, you need a pistol version for your hip when you're on the show. Oh, listen
You
to
hear
that.
that? I just salted the house.
I listen. That thing's got some oomph.
Yeah, it'll fuck up a fly.
Now, here's the real question. Is that kosher salt?
How can you tell by looking at it?
You can't. It's on the box.
What does it mean if it isn't? Or what does kosher mean?
It's Jewish approved.
I'm sure this is kosher for sure, for sure.
I don't know why this is fucked up, but kosher salt tastes 10 times better than regular salt.
Oh, the Jews done got to you.
They make it bigger instead of like the granules. They cut it into like a flake size, and it's so much better for baking. And I don't know why, but they got salt right on.
I feel like you made that up. Okay, well we're good to go. I kind of clickbaited our audience with this title for today. We did talk about Tom Brady, and we did sort of talk about P. Diddy.
Yes.
Listen.
And now the secondary question is who's cleaning up all that salt?
I know, right?
The dog will lick that up, no problem. You're sorted. They love salt.
It's literally in everything. I shot it over there at some stuff. It's like everywhere.
No,
now.
that is Christmas snow decoration.
It's snowing. Oh wait. Let's see. No, I'm safe.
Oh, you're out of snow.
I'm out of snow.
It's a snow gun.
Oh.
Just start walking around the house shooting the kids and snowing.
It's a snow globe, y'all. I don't think that the assault rifle is actually a great idea. I'm big on fly swatters. I'm more of an OG fly killer.
I didn't buy one because I didn't know if the salt was going to come out fast enough to kill the deer flies that are around here.
Beautifully said, try using pink Himalaya salt. I don't think it'll come out of the thing. Those are chunks.
Those are big chunks.
I just have handfuls of salt and I'm just throwing them at the flies.
just take a salt rock and throw it.
Oh, that's
Why
funny.
are these holes everywhere?
Okay, it's funny because I must have just got to the right amount of coffee because I feel like chatting. Like 2.5 hours and I'm like, let's chat.
Let's do it. You see any of the emails I gave you that had laugh in the subject line?
Let me check. Probably.
There might be 3 or 4. Have you had the pink salt? I haven't. Is it worth it? Or is it just a gimmick?
I have had it. I don't know if it's worth it. And probably, yes. It's probably.
But the kosher salt is not. I swear it tastes better. Make a batch of something with normal salt and then do it with kosher. Or put it on your bait. It's just better. I don't know why. Here's a question.
God.
Salt rocks.
Have we laughed about the fact that Megan fucking Fox called you a lawyer?
You're not supposed to out me. She thinks I'm a lawyer. Shh. She's going to report me for giving legal advice online or something soon.
It's an open book test. You could be a lawyer by the time she's done filling out the form. It's so stupid. I'm like, this is the level of her journalist.
She's
abilities.
Investigative journalist that well. I made fun of her not listening to her doctor, and she took it as you're making fun of service workers. No, making fun of you not listening to your doctor that told you to go for a fucking walk, and you said no. I'm gonna go wait tables and wash dishes.
But she's already forgot that she said that to the world. You know?
That's true. Yeah. Oh yeah.
She already forgot that she told you about that. Hold on, I'm trying to share something with you. This says man puts woman in her place. Oh.
What was that?
Commercials. This chick looks like
weird AI.
Yeah, she looks like Ronda Rousey and Courtney Clenny had a baby. You know, the OnlyFans killer?
She doesn't look God made.
You're God made. Jesus love you, girl. Okay, let's listen. 30 minutes? We're not going to watch
there must be a timestamp.
I hate this.
There must be a timestamp. Is there?
4:30, yes. Photons.
As all of you. You are my fire, the one.
Chris, you're a single guy, right?
I am 37 and single. Nobody plans that. Right? No one's in high school going, I'm just going to wait till the end and see who's left. It's hard to even find a single 37-year-old woman. And then when you do, they have a tendency to fall into three categories. They're either A, super career-oriented, successful chick. So I'm out. Right? Those girls are looking for a guy that owns a suit. I have a pair of slacks. I don't know where they are. The second category of women single at my age are divorcees, and those women are like Chernobyl. They're beautiful, but something bad happened, and now we all need to leave it alone for a few years. And the last category of women single at my age are women that have been single the entire time because their therapist hasn't quite got their pill combo locked down, and they still have episodes where they'll break into your apartment and set fire to kittens. I don't even have kittens, man. She brought them.
Chris Porter.
And I don't have zero bitches because women are not bitches. Right? Anyway.
How can you say that you feel like a woman when you don't know what that feels like? Why is gender everything but also nothing? And if gender and sex are completely different, then how is a sex change gender reaffirming surgery?
That's a good
And
question.
why are the gay community and the trans community all in one?
Ladies, we are so funny. We're like, it's not hard to date us. I just need you to be obsessed with me, but you, not like too obsessed with me. You definitely need to call and text me every day, but you're one text away from being a literal stalker. I need you to make plans to hang out with me, but not too many plans. Like, do you have a life of your own? Ew. I need you to be financially independent and know how to make money, but not like too obsessed with money. You know what I mean? I want you to have such a good relationship.
How hard is this cunt trying to be in the fucking light of the sun? This must be her
Right?
favorite light. Sure, her back's gonna hurt for 2 days after making the stupid
I know
video.
that's a crazy angle. I don't know what she's doing. Maybe it's to keep her hair.
You know what
in the
she's
shot or
doing? She's getting her. This is the golden hour, and she's trying to get that perfect light. This is like, I want you to take good pictures of me, but not too good of pictures. She's the opposite of what she hates, or she's the same but in a different gender.
modern women.
I did see this thing where it's like the new, I don't know how to say it, but it's basically like Only Thoughts models will put up their titties and be like, hey, are these big enough? And then the equivalent to that is like these trad wives who are like talking shit about women. One of the examples was this bitch who said, I tore my clit during pregnancy and I still fucked my husband because you can't withhold sex. And they said like basically that's the equivalent where you're like virtue signaling for some dudes.
I was gonna say, like, what do you want? Pity sack? Like,
I don't know. It's weird. It's a rabbit hole. Danica Patrick. Nope. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of stuff here. Okay, we're not going to go here. There's too much to sift through to make this interesting. I just feel like being chatty, so I don't want to.
just go to the laughs. It should be like little short ones. That was only like that one guy talking I wanted to show, the comedian, not the whole video.
In this?
No, under the I titled them all laughs, I think, in the subject headline in the email.
I don't see. Is it Twitter stuff?
Yes, those will be short.
Tom Brady Twitter commercial. That's not what we want to see. Is this more Tom Brady? Nope.
Oh, here you go.
Oh. That was unfortunate.
He thought he was cool as hell.
Still worth it, I bet.
It's worth a shot. Do you think he was trying to do that in his nuts?
No.
Not even for a viral video?
No.
Oh, Grandpa thought he had the moves from 1972.
Oh, why did he do that? I didn't like this.
His feet landed in, so he didn't fuck up completely.
Please, dude, stop. I was just gonna pretend he made it. This fucking
I think
guy.
he's got enough booze in his system that didn't hurt.
This is his son-in-law. You could do it, Daddy. You could do it.
He's not even filming. Look, he's texting. Or maybe it's alive in the corner window.
I think you might be FaceTiming someone and texting. This guy got too much going on in his life.
Wait, who's filming him filming that guy? It's Inception.
Where are they? In some hotel? Is this a
Cuba
table? Oh, this is probably like this might...
It's not in English.
The
title's not English, so.
These people are standing at a... something? Why is there an indoor pool?
I'm guessing Mexico.
Does that happen a lot there?
He almost got up there. His shoulders just couldn't push him.
Yeah, no, he didn't make that. Okay, well, that part. I think we're done. I need to get this fly. Let's kill a fly.
Get him.
It's gonna be.
You got to lay some bait down. So put a little bit of honey or some sugar down for him to land on.
I'm sweet. He's trying to get me.
Oh, then you got to shoot yourself.
Okay, okay, never mind. That's not gonna be a funny joke.
Yeah, no, YouTube doesn't like that. Or we're not on YouTube. Fuck that.
Okay, but no, for real. We're gonna leave. I will murder this fly. I should actually name it. He's basically the damn mascot of this motherfucker. He shows up to every show. His fly is here more than half our chat.
Did you ever do catching of flies and putting them on a leash?
No.
You can do that.
I don't think how.
You got to catch the fly alive, and you take one hair out. You tie a little knot in the end, and you slip it over the fly's head, and you tighten it just enough not to choke him, and then you let him go and hold the hair, and he'll fly and stay on the leash. Facts.
Okay, if I catch the fly, how am I gonna also hold him? I got to get some
gently.
I got to get in there and get the fly between my other two fingers, and then have the knot already ready to go, and just get it on him.
Yes, it's a two-person operation. One person holds the fly, the other gets the noose around his head. And you can't tighten it too much, or you'll cut his head right off. It's got to be slow and gentle, just enough so it doesn't go over his chin. We used to tack them on the board at the ski hill, so people would see all these flies on leashes tacked to the walls. Because that's what teenagers used to do.
Hideous said, finally, Rumble. It's broken, but it's only half broken. I can hear Div and Nova again.
Rumble's working on my end.
Rumble is having some issues today.
It's been having issues. It crashed on people during Joe's stream. Someone else, it wasn't, I think 2 weeks ago, it was down for everybody for like 3 hours.
I was having major trouble last week on Rumble. They must just be updating it, and
I think so. But you think they'd like send out a head like, hey, guess what? At noon today, we're going to be shutting down for 2 hours. Like,
no, I don't think they mean to shut it down. I just think you don't know until you go live with it. You know where the bugs are going to be.
True.
I think they're under attack, to be honest, really.
Crowder crashed their site when he first switched over.
Constantly. Let me look. So what does
I can definitely see it being an attack.
Denial of service. Where are we at again? Rumble.
Because all the anti-free speech people hate it. YouTube's probably helping them along because they're competition. Because YouTube would never do anything dirty or shady.
Breaking November 20th. Rumble under major DDoS attack after CEO pledged to join Elon Musk to fight censorship. Wait, what?
There you go. Bring that up. I can't see.
Let me bring this up 1 second. Update. We are currently experiencing a major attack. Our engineers are investigating, and we will report back when there are updates. 1 minute read. Video streaming. How do I stop this?
It's definitely an inside job because Chinese wouldn't give a fuck. Indians wouldn't give a fuck about Rumble.
After this, pledging to go thermonuclear as well. After pledging to go thermonuclear as well, along with Elon Musk, following a Media Matters hit piece on X. Currently experiencing attack.
I wonder if X and Rumble are going to merge together as one YouTube fuck you company.
I thought it said that they're getting attacked because... Okay, let me see.
Yeah, because those guys decided to partner
Rumble,
up together.
after pledging to join Musk to fight censorship. Musk is
Right.
fighting censorship.
Well, he bought Twitter, so you couldn't.
He still does freedom of reach. That's censorship. Fuck him. He just says it
Yeah,
in
but
ways
it's
people don't
it's
readily
less.
understand. Less any is too much.
I'd rather someone slapping me than shooting me.
No, it's a shadow ban. It's fucked. It's the whole thing that anybody complain about. No one's complained if you tell me you're not.
No,
fucking
he
putting me
hasn't.
out
He
there.
hasn't fixed the problem, but he released your.
He
symptoms
endorses
greatly.
shadow banning. That's what freedom of reach is.
I know. I agree with you. I'm just saying I'd rather his version of it than the Twitter version of it.
What's the difference?
Massive difference
How?
from old Twitter, because I wasn't even allowed on old Twitter.
What's the difference between the way he's censoring and the way that they were censoring before?
Because I pushed the boundaries and I've only been like in trouble so far twice.
You've only been on Twitter for like a couple months, but Eureka.
Right. But I poke a lot of bears.
But either way, you can't. This is just anecdotal. You feel like it's less restrictive now, and I think you're right. I think that it is, but that doesn't mean
I
you
don't think it's
know when you're
what
shadow
people
banned.
think it
That's the
is.
point.
No,
Remember
yes.
when Sib said something's up? Every time I tag you two, it gets no interaction. That's a
Yes.
shadow ban. That's a problem. You might as well just not be posting. You're wasting your time assuming that this social media is going to do what it says it does based on algorithm because he is giving you freedom of speech and no fucking freedom of reach. It's ridiculous, in my opinion. It's cowardly. And he's going to go out there and be the fucking champion for freedom of speech and no censorship? That's
No, he's just-
censorship.
he's
It's just
just better than
soft
the
and
last.
nice, and you don't know what's happening, so it's okay.
Right.
It's
Well, it's
retarded.
better than the last version.
It's
That's all.
awful, regardless.
It's still awful, but it's better than the last version. It's like your new iPhone. It has
Don't
its
get me
problems.
started. I got a new iPhone when the last iPhone came out, and I still use my one from before that. Now they have a new iPhone, and I'm going to hook up my old iPhone that's the new to me, but old to everyone else because I don't do tech very well. Okay, so that's interesting. Rumble is actually having an attack. What else did it say? When I said the cavalry is coming, I was not joking. In the coming days, we're going thermonuclear as well. Everyone is about to witness the greatest pushback against the censorship regimen. The people's support for all the people's support for all organizations in this mission is critical. Rumble is dedicated to free speech, as is X. X, tough fucking doubt.
I hate
Rumble
that
CEO
name,
Chris Pavlovsky has rejected attempts by activists, government officials, and censors to censor accounts on the platform. As for many free speech absolutists, the idea behind Rumble is that the answer to speech you don't like is simply more speech. Amen.
Yes.
This is a breaking story and will be updated. Are there comments? No, the comments is where I want to hang out. What a comment is.
You probably have to subscribe.
Not happening.
I wouldn't.
Okay. Stand with X
So I wonder
to
if they're going to
protect free
try and
speech.
backtrace who's doing the DDoS, and is that even possible for computer nerds out there? Can you
Probably
backtrace a
from
DDoS?
Russia. Let's be real. This is from the Ruskies. Gavin Newsom or Canada.
No, I think China would want the free speech, and the Chinese are free to say anything they want on the platform too. Remember, China has TikTok to fucking make America fall, so they'd want to encourage as much craziness as they could.
Say it again about TikTok.
China owns TikTok and is using it as a weapon against America in a Cold War.
Kinda. Not really.
Really, really.
They're not using it as a weapon.
Yes, they are. They're fucking with your youth. They're brainwashing your youth into believing in fucking Black Lives Matter and many other things.
You could blame that on China, I guess. It's not TikTok's
Well, that's why
fault. I
the
mean,
government was trying to ban TikTok, because it was a national security threat, not because they didn't like it.
Is that that's the same. It's just censorship in a different way, right? So
Yes.
basically, you want them to censor Twitter so that they don't hear opinions that you feel like are destructive.
Me? What? No, I don't want them to censor anything. I want rotten.com levels of fucking free speech.
So then when you say that China is doing something through TikTok, the only
If you know it's
solution to that
not
would be
legitimate,
censor.
well, because it's not legit, it's not people, it's a weapon.
It's people are the ones that are putting the things out there. They're just not.
No.
putting
China is not a
limitations.
people. China is a communist
The
dictatorship.
people are putting the video. TikTok consists of videos made by people, right?
But China is paying them to do it.
Nothing. No, they're not. Oh, I guess they're incentivizing it, but they're not.
Right. If you could
So you
brainwash,
want censorship.
America did the exact same thing, and it was called the Arab Spring in the Middle East, when they were paying all these young hip Arabs to start liking the West and hating Islam. It's when the Arab Spring uprising was all funded by the American government. And that's what destabilized the entire Middle East. And then America got to go in and save the day.
America's using Google, YouTube, Facebook to do the exact same shit because
Yes, they
TikTok
are.
wouldn't let the CIA, FBI in on their spying like everyone else did.
No, TikTok was doing the spying. That was the problem. And the part of the national security threat too is, so say your kids are 15 or 16 today, and they make an edgy joke video and saying like racist words or something stupid, right? Like kids do without thinking. 20 years from now, he wants to become the president. And now China has this video that they've banked that they can use to blackmail you to do things that they want, like Joe Biden and his crackhead son are currently under the control of.
A couple things. If you've done anything in your life, you are responsible. That's why people need to teach their children that the internet's forever and it's not China's fucking fault if it gets uncovered when it shows up. This is ridiculous thinking.
No, it's logic and reason.
No, this is ridiculous. It's not
Facts.
China's fault if you decided to act like a retard and people point it out to you later. Most kids are going to act like retards. That's a fact. But to think that it's China's fault for fucking keeping a record of it, it's the internet's fault for your behavior.
Us growing up doing stupid shit wasn't getting posted online, and people weren't paying us money to be even more ridiculous and more stupid. Kids can't sign contracts because they're not mentally capable of signing a contract. So they're not mentally capable of weighing out the consequences of getting paid to do edgy shit.
Most of them, I would say, are not getting paid. The vast majority of them are not getting paid.
No, just the really good propagandists that China likes are.
The ones with more followers, sure, but like the thing where you're getting the paid,
the people with the most mental illness are getting the Chinese dollars. Because they're trying to promote mental illness.
It's not China's fault, even if you're getting paid.
No, China's trying to promote and normalize mental illness in American society instead.
Is China doing that, or is America doing that?
China is doing that in America through the DNC.
That doesn't make sense.
Oh, it does.
I still don't think it's China's fault for anyone posting videos on the internet that might be used against you in the future, just because they're recording it. If they wanted to have mental illness be They're trying to erode the moral fabric of America by normalizing mental illness and stupid ideas like Marxism and socialism and Black Lives Matter and all these things that are destabilizing and ruining your country. Wokeism is a Chinese military operation in America. All of that except for the mental illness thing. I don't think they're trying to make that normal. Do you think they're trying to make that normal?
That's what TikTok is. TikTok's like 80%, probably 30% mental illness. And people are just watching people like be crazy.
So, but they're not calling it. In order to normalize it, you have to say this is mental illness and it's okay. They're not. That part isn't happening.
No, they're fun. So they find one of these crazy people and then they start throwing money at them. So they keep being more crazy. Like Dylan Mulvaney's a Chinese spy, and he doesn't know it.
Beautifully said. China is taking advantage of a crippled system and society, helping to take it down. Wokeism has been a thing in the education system for decades. That is something I do agree with.
Yeah, we lost the Cold War. We don't know it.
But normalizing mental illness doesn't feel like that's a Chinese thing. I think they want to pretend that mental illness doesn't exist in our country. It's not
No,
a thing.
America's trying to normalize it. You're totally fine. Be a trans.
They don't consider trans and all that shit a mental illness. If they wanted to normalize it, they'd.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
They
not saying it
normalize-
isn't, but the people who are putting it in your ear don't tell you that it is, so they're not normalizing it on the other side of things. They're pretending it doesn't
They are
exist.
normalizing transgender wokeism, all that stuff. You have to accept it, or you're banned from society's platforms. And
They're transgendered, that yes, but they're not equating those to mental illness, is what I was trying to say. I think if they wanted, I guess that's just what I think. I don't feel like that part is a thing.
I think China's exploiting it
They're exploiting, yes,
and throwing gas on that mental
yes.
illness fire.
That I agree with.
Yeah, that I agree. Sibling rivalry's back.
Got caught up in the attack. Put your tinfoil hat on; it will stop those attacks. I swear.
Or Mylar.
No, that's for helicopter evasion.
That's for thermal.
Well, welcome back. Nothing happened while he was gone.
I wonder what works better to stop your cell signal, tinfoil or Mylar, or neither.
I don't know, but it said that when I was reading about remote viewing, they said that Faraday cages don't matter. So whatever it is, it's whatever the like telepathy thing that's happening between the people and the process.
Yes.
It's not electromagnetic, right? Isn't that what the Faraday cage?
Yeah, I think you can't get a cell signal out. There's like that's what they call skiffs in the White House. Is that something nothing can penetrate?
Yeah, normalizing wokeism. It's a mental illness. All these abnormalities being made normal is a mental illness.
Yes.
But they're not. They're normalizing the one thing, and they're not normalizing. They're not calling it mental illness. I don't think that it feels to me like that's not the same thing.
No, they're not calling it that. They're funding it. They're promoting
But they're
it.
specifically saying that it's not a mental illness. Like they go out of their way to make sure you know that, like even the gun shootings.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you that this apple. I'm going to tell you that this poison is an apple. This isn't poison. This is an apple. It's okay. Eat the apple. I care about your health. Eat the apple. That's what
I'm
it is.
about to not have a job, and you want me to buy tinfoil in Biden's economy?
No, there's every restaurant has tinfoil in the dumpster. You just have to unwrap it.
Go sit at a restaurant, and when they come ask you what you need, just say, "Could I get some tinfoil to go?" And they'll be confused, but I feel like they'll bring it to you.
Or buy a hot dog.
It is a mental illness.
tinfoil?
I'm not denying that it's a mental illness. I'm saying they're not trying to normalize mental illness. It by word, because obviously the things they're trying to normalize are mental illness. God, am I getting in one of those traps where I'm like worried about these words meaning too much? I am. Forget it. It's mental illness, and China can go to hell.
China's got that.
I'm saying they're trying to erase mental illness by making these things. Yes, exactly. Okay, I feel like we're on the same page now.
Yes.
But that's not the same thing as. Yeah, I think you're right. Erase mental illness, not normalize it. Because if they wanted to normalize it, they could easily, I feel like, do that. Be like, these things aren't. They're redefined into words. Divinity. Yes, that part.
Yeah, like if I'm schizophrenic and I think I'm the king of England, you're not gonna have society treat me like I'm the king of England.
Like literally.
Give me your taxes.
Get it from the bottom of the sea.
Yeah, the tea's in the ocean.
Somebody said, were you saying something about like, it was about the tax, but there was something else they wanted to throw in, but they threw the tea in because who cares about tea? Were you telling me this?
I know they threw the tea in just as a fuck you to the British because the British love their tea. But it wasn't about the tea. It was about Britain trying to tax them.
Oh, right.
Because that tea was all British owned. So they're like, fuck you and your tea. And
was it the weed show that somebody brought this up? Maybe. Unless
hemp was one. Hemp was like the biggest. Actually, hemp was the biggest industry in the world until you guys wanted to make it illegal. So that's America's worst fucking, maybe second worst atrocity committed. Was making weed illegal, because all your sails were made of hemp, all your ropes, everything were made of hemp. Henry Ford's first car was made of hemp.
It had hemp tires.
No, the whole car was made of hemp. Look it up. Henry
looking
Ford
it
made
up.
it. His first car was hemp. The panels, the doors. He was smashing. I think there's a video of black and white. He's hitting it with a sledgehammer, trying to show people how it's way tougher than today's metal. But it's
Henry
renewable and
Ford's
cheap.
first
And we
Model
had to,
T was made of hemp and built to run on hemp gasoline.
I don't make shit up.
Yes, you do. You may not have made this one up. Pioneer automotive engineer Henry Ford held many patents on automotive mechanisms, but is best remembered for helping devise the factory assembly approach to production that revolutionized the auto industry by greatly reducing the time required to assemble a car. Born
There's the
in
car
Wayne
there. Is that the
County.
video? Right there.
Ford hemp car.
So if we could do this back in the 40s, why can't we do it today?
Thousands of products made from hemp. One of the most extraordinary is
Well, didn't the United States government ban the production of hemp?
Yep. Because you
Yeah,
wanted to
that's why.
stigmatize the blacks and the Mexicans.
Because
For
cotton.
badness. Yeah. Industrialize the world. They wanted to take over. And you did.
Ford's
It worked.
plastic car. Built in 1941, it contained cellulose fibers.
Ah, there it is. They were taxing the individual ingredients for rum, but they didn't want to throw rum in the harbor. The sea.
Yeah, you don't want to waste that liquor.
It's an acquired taste. I mean, you could throw the rum in your belly and jump in the harbor. That's better, I feel. I love that they both want to call it a harbor. I'm going to call it the ocean.
Well, technically, it's the harbor.
I know. I want to call it the sea.
Be gone.
Derived from hemp, sisal, and wheat straw.
What?
The plastic
There he's hitting it with a hammer. Look. It's not denting or anything.
10 times the impact without
I mean, I'll take their word for it.
So it's a little 144p.
Yeah. That's cool. In June 1903, president of the
Think if
company.
they could do it 200 years ago, why can't they do it today? And do it sustainably. Like that should be your, environmentally bestseller for your car. Hemp fucking doors. Hippies would buy it. Rich people would buy it.
Henry Ford's first model percent cellulose fibers, including industrial strength, mixed with a
Is that
resin
it?
binder,
That's
and
it.
apparently they were pretty sturdy. A guy beats on the
This is like Tesla's shtick. He gonna go beat
Yeah.
on his truck, but Tesla's truck didn't fucking hold up.
Henry knew not to hit the fucking window.
Ah, that's funny.
trunk with an axe and it fails to leave a
axe?
mark.
Holy
Industrial
shit.
hemp won't make you high. It has no THC in it, but its association with marijuana has historically been
Grows
a major
fast.
legal
It's fucking
stumbling
renewable.
block.
It's
There's some of you that think I'm full
It's
of
the
shit.
wonder plant of the world, and
but
we just aren't allowed to use it.
The actual footage of 1941.
So
could be
I think
proof of-
Ramaswamy needs to start talking about bringing the hemp production back.
You
to
should,
our
and
country.
America should. Could you imagine if you took your cotton fields and made hemp fields? Your production, all your
Is it
car
faster to grow
manufacturing?
than a tree to make paper?
Oh yeah, you can do a 12-foot high hemp plant in one summer.
Too bad they don't know about the corn. They didn't know about corn at the time, or they would have just
That's
made
it.
whiskey.
If you
They
remind me,
can't-
this summer I
Huh?
will drive to our hemp field here. I have one like an hour from me.
Okay. I want to
I'll
see it
jump
for
the
sure.
fe- I'll
Do they
jump the
look like
fence.
cannabis plants?
Yes, huge.
Oh.
Because
And they don't
care
flower,
about
though.
what's that?
Do they not flower?
No, it's just straight male plant.
Hmm.
Just pollen
can't-
sacs everywhere.
Beautifully said they can't privatize hemp and cannabis, some solar panels and other renewable energy sources. Some solar? And to answer the statement earlier that Nova made, I'll have your maid bring you the flavored tobacco. She's coming to clean your clock.
Perfect. As long as I get some cherry tobacco.
Yeah, don't answer the door for that lady.
Pipe tobacco,
She
not
gonna
cigarette
kill ya.
tobacco.
What's the difference?
Huge difference. I can't smoke a cigarette at all. It'll make me lightheaded and sick to my stomach. But pipe tobacco, I don't know. It's like it's more moist. It's darker. It's soaked with cherry, something. I don't know what, but it tastes 10 times different. So much better. Nicotine high is astronomical compared to a cigarette, but a cigarette makes me just want to throw up.
It says pipe tobacco and cigarette tobacco differ in their chemical composition, aroma, and flavor. Pipe tobacco is more natural and has less toxic chemicals than cigarette tobacco, which is often overlaid with a chemical process that creates the high that smokers enjoy. Pipe tobacco also has a more pleasant aroma that secondhand smokers may appreciate, while cigarette tobacco has a repelling smell. I didn't know this.
My great grandfather used to smoke the cherry pipe tobacco, so that's where the memory ding for me is as a kid. Because when I'd visit, I'd always smell that smell, and it does smell good. It doesn't stink at all.
Okay, what's it? Let me ask the internet really quick.
You should try it. It's
No,
probably cheap in America.
I don't. If I smoked cigarettes, maybe I'd switch over or something. But I don't feel like.
No, just buy it. No, try it. I swear you'll love it. Buy a pouch of cherry pipe tobacco and mix a few little grains in with your weed in your bowl. It'll double your high.
Really?
I don't know. Swear it's not 100%, but I swear it's great.
I swear. I'm not 100%, but I'm 100% certain. Okay. Wait a minute. What is in here? Does it have nicotine in it? Because I don't want to get addicted to other shit. Yeah. Why would I do
No,
that?
it does have nicotine, but I don't know how they mix together. It's amazingly good. It changes the flavor. It's great. Remember, Indians weren't smoking fucking cigarettes. They were smoking pipe tobacco.
And then they switched to cigarettes so that they basically cut it and made it more addictive.
Yes. It was a complete manufactured. We can sell these more. People can carry them because when you have a pipe, you have to carry your pipe in a pouch with your pouch of tobacco, with your little stick to clean it. So it was like a little package you carried around. So, oh, look, just throw these in your pocket, run and go. You can have them at work. You don't have to stop and load your pipe and clean your pipe. And because you got to clean your pipe like every couple days. So cigarettes was just like the fast food of tobacco.
Witchy Bitch said, something was definitely happening I couldn't get on until now. There's a DDoS blamed the Jews, according to Mr. Hideous. It was an attack. I smoke pipe tobacco in my cigarettes.
Yeah, you should try it. Cost you like $5 or $10. And if
I
you don't
order
like
from
it, you can
Amazon?
mail it up to Canada. I'll throw it in the garbage for you.
So you're not allowed to tip the like if you go pick up a grocery delivery, you're not allowed to give them cash. So I have a trick where I say, "Can you throw this away for me?" And that disappointment look in their face, like fucking customer service sucks. And then you hand them $5, and they're like, they don't know what to do because now it's in their hand, and they're just supposed to throw it away.
You can't let
'cause you
go.
can't give a tip. Like I don't want to back its trash, and you walk away, and they're like, "Oh, what do I do?"
Nice, yeah, I've done that.
Do not start smoking, Divinity. Do not listen to Nova. Tell him to fuck all the way off. Yeah, no, I'm probably good on smoking.
No, some people have
I wouldn't
willpower.
mind an enhancer if I could get more high, but also
I'm telling you,
I get
it
pretty
will.
high.
I swear it will. And I'm talking like don't put 50-50 mix. I'm talking just like a few because they cut it in these long strands that are about like 3 or 4 hairs thick, but long like spaghetti noodle. And you put 2 or 3 in your joint. That's it.
Wait,
And
they're like, let me look
yeah, it's
up
cut like noodles. And
I'm
chicken
like
noodles.
super sweaty.
Yeah, just look up a picture of it.
What does pipe tobacco look like? Images.
Because it's kind of long and stringy, so you can like pick it up and then lower it down into your bowl. That's
This
not even a
stuff?
good picture of it. But that's it, but it's not a good picture of it.
So
But yeah,
it
you just pick up
comes
1 or
in
2 of
this
those.
flat thing.
I don't know what the flat thing is. It's probably the actual leaf compressed.
This?
That's tea.
Is this a good
You're looking
picture
at
of
tea.
it?
That's tea.
Well, hold on.
But it's the
What
same
does-
cut.
Oh, it is tea. Okay, that's related products. I done got rabbit holed.
But you see how it's cut in that long, stretched out pattern? You just need 2 or 3 of those little strands and lay it down in a joint. Wonderful.
Are
was
you
a cool
addicted
pipe.
to nicotine?
No,
Aha.
not at all. I'm not
Is it
addicted to
this?
anything.
Or is this cigarette tobacco?
That's cigarette tobacco. It's cut
Okay,
too
so that's
fine,
how
so
you
it
know the
burns quick
difference.
and you get hit harder.
Oh, so when people want to smoke, so when you smoke a vape and you smoke a cigarette, the difference is you don't feel fulfilled because of that, I think, the hit problem.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, no, I'm probably good on this. If someone is smoking pipe tobacco around me for the future, just let me know because I do want to try it.
It's so good. I'm going to try and get some imported.
Hideous says you're addicted to meth.
Am I?
I
gotta
don't know if
hit it harder. My
addicted,
teeth
that
are all in my
feels-
face.
I don't think he's addicted to it. He just really love a meth. He's a meth crack.
You have to get those
herb.
King Cobra teeth before you can be considered a meth head.
Hold on. I don't know, something about, I think he says you have herpes gonosyphilates.
What is that?
It's everything you have in one word.
Oh, well, shit. I'll let my doctor know.
Oh, your doctor knows. Watch Randy's Rumble channel. He teaches people how to roll their cigs. Hideous, are you having a stroke?
I think so.
So we are done. I will be back tomorrow. We will be
Yes.
back reading the book tomorrow. The chapter is You Are Not Special. I've already shared this. I will share it again.
Yeah, Darth, you are not special.
Let's see. Chapter 3.
I bet Darth smoked some pipe tobacco in his day.
He said he puts pipe tobacco in his cigarettes.
Then why smoke
disclose this?
cigarettes if you have pipe tobacco? Doesn't make sense.
Because he doesn't want to smoke it. He wants to smoke cigarettes, but he doesn't want all the bullshit that comes along with it. You just told us why we should. What are you saying?
Right.
Did you
So
just say that it's a
healthier
better
to
high, a
smoke
better
pipe
thing, all
tobacco.
of that?
It's way healthier to smoke the pipe tobacco.
That's what I said. Did I not just say that? Didn't he say he puts pipe tobacco in his cigarettes?
Yes. But then I said, if you have pipe tobacco, why smoke cigarettes at all then?
Because he wants to smoke the fucking pipe tobacco. How do you smoke the pipe tobacco?
In a pipe. In a bong. In a cigarette. You can roll pipe tobacco just like you'd roll a cigarette. It's
That's
just
exactly
tobacco.
what he said. He just said that. I roll pipe tobacco for my cigarettes.
Oh, I thought he said he was putting it in like a tobacco cigarette. Like I put pipe tobacco in my weed cigarette. I gotcha.
It's a struggle, says y'all.
It's
Okay.
7 minutes to 4:20 in
Is it?
Atlantic time.
This is it. You're Not Special, Chapter 3. Bum, bum,
Yes.
bum. With remote viewing. So we're going to do remote viewing on Wednesday, possibly Wednesday. Okay, never mind. I'm not even going to go down that.
And can some of you in chat stop looking at my bedroom?
Is that your bedroom?
No, when you're doing your remote viewing, I can feel eyeballs on me.
It doesn't work like that, it turns out.
No?
So, no, not really. Basically,
So only certain places or people? Like how do you tune in like radio tune?
they have to, there's like a protocol for it. So like there are steps that you have to take. Like it should be a 3-person process where
okay.
it would be me, you, and Beautifully. And I would pick the place. I would be the one that picks the place. You and Beautifully would be blind to it. What's the word? Necessarily. Thank you. I missed a vowel.
I had
Necessarily.
to.
You would have to be blind to it. So I would know the place because there has to be some kind of check and balance. I would say put the thing we wanted to view, the Grand Canyon, into an envelope, seal the envelope, and give it to you. You would go into a room with Beautifully. Beautifully does her meditation. She would get into the viewing process, and then you are just there to help her along, to be the conscious that she doesn't want to apply too much to the meditation state. So you would probe her. You don't know what's in there. You don't think you know what's in there, but technically your mental does know what's in there. I think that's what they're getting at with remote viewing.
Okay, yeah.
And so you're holding it, you have that relation to it. You're able to ask them questions because you didn't get into the meditative hypnosis state or whatever. And the third person, so that's what I mean by like, you definitely would have to have 3 people.
Seen, I think it's called Down the Rabbit Hole. It came out in like the late 90s, early 2000s. They did like studies where they would like shoot ion beams through a slit in the wall, and if you watched it, it would change. Even if you didn't watch it, it would change where they would land. But if you did like just simply
The
viewing
double split experiment?
Yeah, simply viewing the experiment changed the experiment.
Yes.
Nothing, you touched it, nothing changed. You just simply watched the experiment happen and it changed it.
Mm-hmm. Because your presence is something. That's why CERN is so important. It's like they have to be out of the experiment, underground. No, because the act of observing is a.
And they don't want to blow up the.
It's a. I don't know the word. It's because the mentally ill aren't taken seriously. Wait, what do we have here?
Time delay.
You got to dial in on the coordinates. You can. I still feel like you can't just willy-nilly put yourself. Oh, here's another way to do it, though. Okay. The best way, supposedly, for the remote viewing is where there's a person there. So you would go to the Grand Canyon. and then the other person, they still have to have somebody in the room.
So they can kind of look through your eyes and see the Grand Canyon. So if I'm looking over here, right? Is that yeah, okay. I see
So
what you're saying.
when we
You're
went
kind of
over the
hijacking their
remote viewing,
eyeballs.
kind of, or they're not really.
Not technically, but
So there's like the levels. There's a white belt, yellow, orange, all this shit. It goes down. There's 3 levels of black belt, and at those levels, I think is when you can, instead of having this feel for it, you can say, okay, now look at now feel what they're feeling. Now back up and see the overall picture of it. You know what I mean? Like you can
Zoom
kind
out,
of
yeah.
zoom in and out, not necessarily through the eyeballs per se. Very Homo sapien. It's because the mentally aren't taken seriously. Racism belt is when you master it. The black belt.
So like I think 95% of psychics are full of shit. But I think there are possibles. Because true story, this is like third party hearsay story, but friends of mine's mother, who I would trust her with anything, their friend's son was missing in a canoe trip. They were going down the river, canoe flipped, they went over a waterfall, canoe and everybody went down. They found one guy that was in the canoe's body, but they didn't find their sons. And they had divers go in and search under the waterfall and everything and through the woods. Casey like got up and staggered, off to look for help or something. So they had searchers. 3 days, nothing turned up. They're like, we're going to give up. The mother went to this psychic in Newfoundland. And the psychic's like, I can see, she didn't like know the story, but she's like, I can see water, see a waterfall. He's in the waterfall. She's like, what do you mean he's in the waterfall? She's like, he's in the waterfall. Like, whatever. Anyway, they went back and they rappelled down the waterfall and his body was stuck on a ledge because his stomach went over the rock and the water was pulling him this way and back. So he was just stuck there. So no matter, they would look for him for however long until that water would have changed pressure or angle on his body before it dropped him off. But this woman who didn't know anything about the situation is like, he's in the waterfall.
I definitely.
So they recovered his body, but he was dead.
Belief in it. Supposedly, according to the remote viewing handbook that I read, the moving target is actually a harder target to find because I can understand that.
Like
say you and I were looking for
moving
something,
energy is different, yeah.
and I'm like, okay, hopefully you can find it. Bring your jacket. Something in that's called front loading. Something in my telling you to bring your jacket is leading you to think it's probably outside in the cold, right?
Yes.
So there's these front loading things. When you talk to a psychic, according to the remote viewers, and you're looking for a kidnapped person, that's one of the only times you could front load them and let them know, like, this is a moving target. This is what it looks like 30 minutes ago, so that they can I think it's a psyche update or something to that effect, where they're able to understand, okay, I saw McDonald's, but now I see the Grand Canyon. I'm wrong. So you're taught to, like, if the target's moving, you could say, okay, fine, I could see these things, because it's like a dream. The Grand Canyon doesn't mean the Grand Canyon was there, but it could be just a giant void or something like that. Right. Your mind is going to pick the quickest pictures to get you through to the thing, and you have to stop applying yourself to them in order to be a great remote viewer. Does that make sense?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So I do believe in it, but I don't think that people
they're trying to view a situation from a third party.
They want it to be so much more than it is, when technically it's a vibe at the end of the day. And who the hell is going to rely on that? I mean, if I had a missing person, I fucking would. I'd get all the vibes.
All gut.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't spend hundreds of millions of dollars doing experiments on it for nothing.
Do you think that's why our gut health is so important to us right now? If everyone could really get that figured out, then we'd have a bigger connection to each other.
Hugely. I think that's our third eye, is our gut.
I went
all seeing, like you because every time something goes wrong, you're like, I knew I shouldn't have done. Like,
knew it.
Yep. So you had foresight to see ahead. You knew better, but you did it anyway.
Like, but the problem, like I said before, the little angel on your shoulder and the devil on your shoulder, they're using the same voice, and it's your voice. So you have to figure out, like, damn it, self. Use an accent.
It, right? You got to take both in. You got to do little calculations. Who's going to fuck me over? Who's fucked me over in the past? Every single goddamn time, the devil.
Nobody needs to put his hat back on. He got them crazy bitch eyes. His hat softens that. You can't turn off your brain enough to remote see anything, though. Stop giving a fuck. That's a good thing. Hey, Div, I tagged you on Twitter. Guess Rumble's... Yeah. Rumble is having an attack.
Hey, Sparky.
These are
Crazy,
facts.
yeah.
We did see a little bit of... Nova had me watch the Josh's Maddie stream on the 17th.
Yes.
Where he mentioned Farron. What did he call it?
Farron. That's what he called.
Farron. So I wasn't sure if that's what your messages were relating to this weekend, but I am curious about the funny things that you saw.
Well, he tracked them all down. Every login, where they're from, everything. Who they are. They're sharing. Like, don't fuck with Josh. He knows the internet stuff.
They do not care. They don't care. Look at the links that Farron will go to.
That's all they have in their life. That's why they do it. There's nothing else in their life.
Oh, I'm aware.
Just think that is the most important thing that they wake up every day and deal
Get
with.
on Kiwi Farms to discount Nick Ricada because he wouldn't be our friend. Wah, wah, wah. Meanwhile, Cynthia and fucking Baron are over there circle jerking with Megan fucking Crap Fox. Really? These are the people, and he keeps having her on like she's a somebody. I'm like, you know what? You did this to yourself, Nick Ricada.
He did it to himself.
You invite this bullshit.
He let the devil give him the liquor, and it's been all downhill from there.
I wouldn't blame liquor whatsoever. It's money for him.
You think?
Money's
I think of it. I don't. Because he never
views
like
don't
he
equal
started
popularity. They don't equal more alcohol. All it equals is more power, more money. Money.
He
is
never
what
used
it
to
all
drink
is.
though. He never used
My
to drink.
ass. I looked at old videos. He was drinking in those. He
No,
had liquor
before
on his
that.
shoulder. Yes, he.
He
Before
said
what?
that when he met his wife, he never drank.
In college, I believe that.
So she pushed him to be an alcoholic. It's all her fault.
What?
It's not Nick's fault.
Sib said, "I'm going to watch back. I'm a completionist." A completionist. I like the way that sounds. I'd like to claim that, but I'm not. I'm the
Four
opposite
syllables?
of that. I'm a click through. Actually, when I went through the PDF of this book, I had a dilemma. I was like, do I read 350 pages? Because it's dumb. It's anecdotal stuff. It's repetitive. It's the same shit over and over again. Or do I just go through and clean this up like a video I want to clip? And that's what I did. I clipped it like a video. Boom, 35 pages. Now it makes sense. Now it's
Yeah.
one more show instead of 8 more shows. Because 13
Yeah, it's
chapters.
perfect.
That's a lot.
Well, remember, he's writing a book. He's just got to fill in some space.
Mo money, mo bitches, mo work, mo haters equals snitches. What?
What?
This is the gayest gay that ever faggoted in the history of the internet, and it's the fucking internet. What's the gayest of the gay?
You don't need money to get bitches.
Tell me, Mr. Hideous, what's the gayest of the gay? Yeah, you can.
We're all waiting.
Bitches is every. Yeah, we'll wait.
But yeah, you don't need money.
I'm just
to get a
curious.
girl.
I'm just curious how this goes. Yeah, no, bitches like poor
And if you
dudes,
don't do
remember?
anything snitch worthy, you can't get snitched on.
That's true. Well, no, that's not true. I've been snitched on for shit I didn't do. Oh, the
But if
Kiwi
you didn't
Farm
do it-
shit. Yeah. If you didn't do it, it still matters. You know how many times I got shit on during that other shit? I got shit on up one side and down the other. And I'm like,
Oh, I
what was
imagine.
frustrating? It's like, listen, I
Not-
have problems. Here's this problem of mine. Here's all this shit that's me. Like, pick one and fucking shit on me for it. But no, they're like, let's make up something. Bro.
Because you can't
okay,
defend
I
that
guess
one.
that's fun.
The stuff you did do, you can justify or defend, but
I don't
you
mind
make
who
it
I
up.
am. I'm not afraid of my failures. I'm not ashamed of who I am. So they couldn't pick something that I did to shame me with. They had to pick something that they made up.
right.
The end. Full fucking stop.
Because you can't punch a ghost in the face.
You can't shame me for shit that I like that I've done. That's why Farron went so hard being like, I never had a DUI. Oh, except for the DUI. My man.
You know,
Huh?
How come you don't have a
This
job?
fucking fly.
How come you didn't have a job? How come you lost every job? Because you did the
Because
background
divinity.
check. Yeah. Before she knew
She
you,
got-
she lost jobs.
Div got shit
You
on
just
by
need to
everybody
accept-
who didn't actually matter. It mattered to me. They might not matter in the scheme of my life and in the scheme of things, but it sure mattered to me at the time. It hurt my
Exactly.
feefies. You don't hurt my feelings, and I got to cry on Rumble.
And now someone can't even show their face anymore.
Oh, she's just doing the meat curtains view or what?
She could pull them up over her face.
I'm telling, yeah. That's fucking gross.
Oh, wait a minute. Speaking of the Tom Brady using his likeness to represent a crime or criminal organization, didn't somebody else use her face and retweet and pimp out a illegal gambling website?
That is what the journalism will get you, Nova. What have you been doing? Researching? I don't think gambling is illegal. I'm pretty sure that's not illegal.
I think if you open up that company's own terms of service, you will see otherwise. On their own website with their own terms of service.
It says this is illegal activity. Don't do it.
Yes, basically.
My ass.
This is not a gambling website. We take no responsibilities for the interactions you're about to complete. They're like, hey, we're just putting you in front of these two guys. You're going to bet with this, read the terms of service.
I'm not going to do that.
I'll find it and highlight it for you.
I know she defamed somebody by calling them not a lawyer.
Ooh, that's not good. That's lawsuit worthy.
But he is not going to sue her. Instead, he just blocked her, so give him something else to cry about. I do have some giant thirst trap pictures for my next thumbnails. When they matter, they're good. There's 2 of them.
Ooh.
I found them. I'm like, girl, what were you doing today? So yeah, when I feel like I need to, like, maybe that'll be Wednesdays. I'm not wearing pink in any of them, but my Mean Girl stream might start with some eat-thottery.
see what bites the hook.
Yeah, and I really want to do the 24-hour stream where I take a rip for every sub.
You think you're gonna make 24 hours?
No, I don't think I'll get that many subs, so I don't think I have to worry about it.
No. See, you can't say that because all I'm gonna do is make 24 accounts and make you smoke until you pass out. Like, Nova, what are you doing? Nothing. Don't mind me. I don't think you'll be able to stay awake.
I think I could.
I think you can have coffee and all that. Monsters.
I could do jumping jacks. I think I could easily do it. I mean,
I think around between 3 and 4 a.m. is when you're going to crash and go, fuck it, this is stupid.
I think that's why people have others on their stream. So like the first 6 hours I should be solo, and then after that decide, like, throw the link out and tell people, like, come save me.
You need mental stimulation because your brain just wants to turn off.
You're right. I might not be able to do that. But if I smoke, I wonder if I could.
Oh, you need to make a little wheel. You need to make a wheel because it's going to have when you're normal, and then it's going to have a slice when you're cranky, and then it's going to have overtired, giggling at stupidity slice.
You stream 24 hours. I will take the under on 24 minutes. Come on. Talking about not having faith in somebody. Before I've been here for 3.5 hours.
Or more. We've done more than that.
You ain't about that life. No, I'm not about that life, but I would be prepared to do it. So I would have things set up where I was able to do it. And when would I start this? That's a good question.
Yeah,
how many subs do I have?
Time of day matters. So you want to end
at
night.
I think I would start it. That's a good question.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. and then by 8 p.m. the next night I'm done.
Because then when you go to sleep at 8 p.m. the next night, you're going to sleep all the fucking way through that night and really get your sleep back. Because if you do it like at midnight or something weird, it's going to fuck your circadian rhythm rate up.
I think PM. I was going to do a show on circadian rhythms because I think it's really important.
I'm up and down on my body literally. I go to sleep when the sun goes up and down. I wake up when the sun comes up. Whether I want, it just does.
Well, that's why I have those blue blocker glasses, is because supposedly if you're on your PC too long, they'll filter out the blue, and the blue is what your body is looking as a trigger. Once the blue goes away from the day, your body's looking for a trigger to shut you down and put you into your...
I believe it, man. When that sun, like in the wintertime, when that sun goes down, I'm fighting to stay awake. And it's like 6 o'clock. But at night, like in the summer, and it's 9:30, 10 o'clock, and it's still daylight, I'm wide awake. No problem.
He said Canadian rhythm.
Is that a new word?
There's no such thing as Canadian rhythm. I don't care what they type in chat.
Canadian rhythm.
Yeah. He said Canadian jism. I love you guys. That's funny that I'm super in the mood to chit-chatty. What day of the week is it? Oh my God, it's only Monday. I was hoping it was Friday for a second.
Wait, that's good because now Friday still gets to happen this week. So you get a half Fake Friday.
Except for I have to go through the whole week to get there. I thought I was like there. It feels like a
Yeah,
Friday.
but now
vibe
Monday
right now.
doesn't exist. You skipped Monday.
This Saturday, I'm going to be on Sibling Revelry's show for my, like, technically my second real interview.
Oh,
Or third.
nice.
I think Expert interviewed me first because, like, I went on his show as one of my first lives.
Yes.
And then you and I went. Did you go on Cool Frog with me?
Yes, we did. Yeah. I think it
Yeah,
was like
okay. I
2
knew
months
that.
into our show, he wanted to talk about how the
Totally
show was
remember
doing.
that. Yeah, so then we did the Cool Frog interview, and now I'm gonna do Sibling Revelry interview. I'm so nervous. And then I have
Tweet it
another.
out. Make sure you tweet it out because
Don't
you
worry,
don't
I will.
give notifications.
I have a speech that I've already been practicing when somebody says, "Tell us about yourself." I had the AI write it for me.
And you're gonna draw a complete blank when that question comes.
No, I'm gonna bring it up. It's gonna sound exactly like this.
No,
Hold
you
on,
can't.
I'll
That's
read it to you.
cheating. You have to use your memory because then it's a funnier story.
I'm like, wait, no, hold on. I forget my. What's up, buddy?
What's she digging into? Is it the dog? Oh yeah, thirst trap incoming for sure.
I'll be done in maybe 10 minutes. My son is looking. I think he's looking for cookie dough because we started making sugar cookies yesterday. So he's like, I'm looking around in the pans in the fridge. Boy, that's rice. Leave it alone. I'm gonna have to
Cook it.
take off here in a moment. So this is about me. Oh my God, how dumb! I even color coded it.
Is it in point form, bulletin form, or do you have a
Hi,
PowerPoint?
it's nice to be here.
It's in
like I'm gonna
1990s,
forget to say that.
1990s video form.
Div needs to wear a burqa or a hijab.
I'm not Muslim though.
For my 24-hour show, the main show is the news and entertainment. Locals is the interview show. Okay, so and there's no locals that day, or there is? We'll wait.
I don't have locals.
I'm asking. So if that's the case, then I won't have to worry about his. I mainly got my tell me about yourself question answered because of they have somebody in their friend group that does a Hocket podcast, and they asked if I would do an interview with them on January 2nd, which
What
I'm
is it,
super
podcast?
stoked about. Hocket, Hawk. It's on. I'm pretty sure
Hocket.
it's just on Rumble, and I'm gonna do it when I went through and watched his other podcast. That's how they start generally. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and I'm like, oh no, my least favorite question.
That's the worst question ever.
It's
Ask me
the
about
worst.
relativity. I'll give you an answer, but tell me
Okay.
about yourself.
Exactly. I got a time
Because it
travel
feels
theory.
like
If
you're
you'd rather hear
bragging.
that,
You're like, is that what you get? Guilty? You're like, oh, I don't want to brag about myself. Like,
I just
a
don't
nobody,
know
that's
about myself. I'm like, I'm 5'4". No, that's not it. Okay. I live in California. I drive like I don't know what to say about myself. There's nothing. There's nothing special about myself. You know what I mean?
Ask
So
me
I
questions.
feel like, and I guess that's it. It's just okay. I'm a mom. It's hard. It's hard for me to figure out where to go with that.
And you got to think what you're going to put online versus not online, because you don't live there anymore. So stop kidding yourself.
And that I also have in my mind. Like at the end of the day, I can always just say I'd prefer not be public. You know, if it
Yeah.
gets to a place, I
'Cause
don't
everybody
necessarily
understands
have
that, too.
anything that's not public, but
Yeah.
you never know where it could go.
The old days, people would take that as rude, but today it's like, oh yeah, I totally understand.
Yeah, I don't think there's much that I don't want to talk about. But he said that the locals is after their show, so that's actually way less nerve-wracking because that's
your
more
after party.
private and intimate. Yeah.
That's the after party.
Tell him you have Asperger's. Oh, speaking of Asperger's.
There you go.
So I know somebody who's an esthetician. She works with somebody who she's an esthetician as well, but she makes most of her money just doing waxing. She
Yep.
does Brazilians like for her whole job. A
Have
couple
you ever
weeks
seen
ago, you
someone
might have.
thread?
Yeah.
I think that's crazy watching them go fast.
Yeah, but this isn't about that, not even close. I might have talked about buttholes a week ago, or 2 weeks ago, and this is why. Because these estheticians that go in for a Brazilian wax, which means butthole and everything, is
Everything, yeah.
fixed. She says she keeps wipes on the bed so that when you go in there, you can like clean up and then, spread your cheeks, let's get it done. She said several times these are mostly bitches, but sometimes dudes, bitches with dingleberries in their butt crack. Like,
People are nasty, man. Wouldn't you shower? Like, I shower before I go anywhere, let alone to something
Your
like
ass
that.
appointment?
Yeah, like if you're going to your doctor, you shower. If you're going to the hairdresser, I brush my teeth before I go to the dentist. He's gonna clean my teeth.
You brush your teeth. I know, right? And even so, you brush your teeth on your way to the dentist. You get to the dentist and you sit there for 30 minutes. You're like, I'm gonna brush again. Right before you go in, you brush
And
again.
I'm gonna charge you for it this time.
Imagine you take your shower before your ass appointment and you get to the ass appointment and there's some wipies there and you're like, I'm gonna risk it. No, she said one girl was so gross. She told her she needed to go home and shower and she couldn't just reschedule her appointment.
Yeah, I wouldn't even.
Could you imagine? I just can't imagine the
Well, that was a
embarrassment.
big court case in Canada. Was a transgender Jonathan Yaniv wanted these Muslim women to wax his junk. And they're like,
That
"I know
happened
that's
to her
against
as
our
well.
religion."
She said that she had a guy that came in to get waxed all the time, and one time she was waxing him, and he finished. And she
Yep.
was like, what the fuck? He's like, oh, sorry.
They do it on purpose because that's their
Yeah.
fetish.
Yeah, she does. I want to say that she doesn't.
I've
I'd
had
have to
more
ask her,
pain
but-
than most people could imagine and never made me ejaculate, so that's bullshit. That's just them being fucking dirty.
Gross. Why did you tell us that? I hate that fact that we know now.
What, that
Sorry,
I've
chat.
never?
Don't say it again.
Never, never, never.
No, the fuck you are not, Paul. We will take care of you, Div. We are kind of okay at this by now. Yeah, you guys run a good show. I
Yeah.
feel comfortable being there. I did see your interview with well, not
The hiccups
interview.
make it fun.
I'm saying it wrong. I saw your show with the last guy, and that was it did seem comfortable. I actually didn't know that was his first podcast, the guest that you had, because he just seemed very comfortable.
Nice.
Comfortably now. Maybe I'll drink. No. I won't
No,
do that.
no.
That would be awful. You'd have to apologize for me after I leave.
Yeah. Let me tell you about me right now.
No, I'll tell you about everyone. That's a problem.
Yeah, then make her drink. So do you have a date for your 24-hour stream?
I just
Or-
kind of started talking about it right now. I don't have a date.
Boxing Day?
What is that, Christmas? What's Boxing Day?
The day after.
The day after Christmas? No, probably not on a day. It'll probably,
New Year's Eve?
if I do it, I hadn't planned on honestly doing it. I was just kind of, kicking the idea around a little bit to see if it was something. If I did it before the end of the year, I would have to do it early December, I would think. Beginning of December, maybe like the 10th. What day of the week is the 10th? It's a Sunday. I would probably have to do it on like,
You're going to need to book the entire next day off for sleep recovery.
yeah. So probably, I don't know if I'll do it. I don't know.
You'll have to schedule in some meal breaks.
I probably
And
should
dog
do it
walk
if I start at 5 p.m. I can end at 5 p.m.
That's a decent hour. Because then you can have supper and then crash.
And then that means I would have to figure out, well, I would start at 5 p.m. I would already have dinner done. By the time the morning came around, I wouldn't really have to worry about that too much. I could have that planned out so that it's easy. And then I would basically have from like 10 until 5, which is 7
What
hours.
about-
I'd have to figure out my life. So 7 hours where I have my life that I would probably need to just call in some reinforcements for.
That's what I was going to say. Like, what about the kids coming home from school? Do
Yeah,
they need
that
tending
part.
to? And
Now, one of them is 16.
And putting to bed, I
so
don't know.
technically,
oh, there's your muscle right there.
yeah, like I don't necessarily, like I'm not going to have a 7-year-old wandering around wishing he was dead or something weird. But they do expect a lot of me. And, and so I don't, in one fucking day they can relax without me. But I still would like to
Do your
make,
thing.
I'm a control freak, right? I just need to make sure it's done. My responsibilities
Is there
are,
anything
the
the
house shit.
16-year-old? Is there anything your 16-year-old currently likes or wants that you can dangle in front of them and say, "Here"?
Well, he's not going to have all that much choice. You know what I'm saying? He's raised a lot like me.
Yeah,
He don't
but
get an
make it-
allowance.
give him one of those fake choices, and it's not work; it's his choice.
Yeah.
those are the better tricks. You trick him into work.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll
I
see
was
how
going to
it
get you
goes.
to clean out the gutters and rake the leaves, but would you do this instead? Sure.
That's the thing. Like there have been so many times where I'm like, okay, you pay attention to your brother, make sure that he doesn't fall off his swing. I'll be right
his
back.
finger
And I
lights
come
up.
out and his brother's teeter-tottering on the top of the thing. The other one is gone. I'm like, what? It's been 15 minutes. How did you fail at this? So
I
I'm
wasn't
not
ready
going to
yet.
give him responsibility. There'll be basically somebody available outside of the store who can call 911 and make sure that the complaints
What's your sister
are
doing?
handled.
Get her to come in and tap in and tap out, because she can sit in front of the camera when you want to go do some.
That part. So that's the other thing. In those hours where they basically will start in the morning until evening is when most of my people are awake. So hopefully I will be able to find somebody who wouldn't mind. I mean, I'm definitely gonna have to pee. You see how it works in the mornings. My dogs aren't gonna deal with anybody
We
but
want
me.
a catheter, porta
Diapers?
potty.
Diapers.
Just depends. Your sister's trained to change them, so you're good to go.
I watched this one guy. He said he was doing a 24-hour stream, and I think he was listening to the same song over and over again. I'm almost positive that was it.
I think it was like a 10-hour stream where he did that stupid little. Do you remember we watched it one day? It was fucking insane. I don't know how he didn't snap.
By like 6 hours, if he even made it to 6 hours, he was fucking dead inside. I was like, oh man.
I felt bad for him, but he did it.
He was so pumped to start with. That's how come in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm pumped, but I know that it's not all that my mind is making me believe it is.
It's like your road trip with all your kids and your family all in one car together. It's
Yeah,
awesome. It's gonna be great, and then you're like, fuck, shut up. We'll be there when
What
we
the
be
fuck am
there.
I
Stop
doing?
hitting them.
Yeah, that part.
Oh, here, 24 hours. You can watch Reefer Madness.
Yeah, I guess I could. I should put some of those things on.
Like you
cue.
can watch it, talk about it,
Yeah.
pause it, like because you need to kill 24 fucking hours.
I know. I have my whole Trump book that I haven't gone through. I could probably do that.
And how long is that going to take?
Time might take an hour or two. If we went over it slowly, it could easily take 2 hours.
That's what you should do. Write down like 24 hours on a piece of paper and slot in everything you want to talk about. Because if you want to skip shit, great. That gives you extra free time. But you're like, oh,
That's
I'm
a
fucking
good
tired.
idea.
And make it like a list of 36 things long instead of 24, because you're going to start getting annoyed at your list that you hate when you're tired.
I tried to have a brainstorming session with Darth Hideous yesterday morning, and he didn't show up. I was stood up. But if we
I
had
wouldn't
done
talk to him
that
ever
would...
again. I would never talk to somebody who stood me up again, ever. That's rude. It's disrespectful.
It's rude. He did.
How would you do that to somebody? You wasted their time.
I mean,
evil.
Evil, I tell you. I think China is paying him or something.
Those people would take the money from China.
Huh.
Time wasters.
Okay, you guys, for real. We're gonna come back tomorrow with the art of not giving a fuck. We're gonna come back Wednesday with the Mean Girls special stream. And other than that, have a great day.
And we'll try
nice
to
each
convince
other.
Divinity to do this so we can laugh.
We're gonna do a 24-hour stream, and for every sub, I will smoke a gram.
A gram.
What if I get 1,000 subs? How many?
I warned you not to say, not to say how much you're gonna smoke.
I
Just
opened
say
up paint instead of
bowl.
calculator.
Just a bowl per sub.
Okay, let's see. I don't.
And
think
if
I'm
it starts getting slow, then you can have 2 bowls as a bonus bowl. But I don't think you'll have a problem.
You're right. Okay. All right, dudes.
Because we're all gonna unsub the night before.
Oh, this is
Don't fuck
gonna
with me.
backfire
I know how
on
this
me.
internet thing works.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm an asshole. I do tricks like that.
Don't unsub. Just stay subbed and like the video. How about that?
Yeah.
Do
All right.
that for me. Okay, chat.
All right.
Thanks for hanging out with us through this attack on Rumble. Thanks for being here in general.
Yes.
We love you guys, and we'll see you for.
And we'll tell you that you're not special tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. Come back to find out why you're not special.
Yes.
Peace out.
Tune in. Peace.